4. Let's see what we got on the door. Now we got a live mic. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. There we go. There we go. Back on, guys. Thanks for your patience. We had a major breakdown. Jump in the chat. Jump in the chat. I got plenty for you. Das Kodiak. Brilliant. Kodiak, you're a brilliant guy. You really are a brilliant guy. You got me saved. Das Kodiak. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Get in here, guys. I couldn't tell you. I had to reset chat twice. No idea what it was, but I tell you, get back in here. Get in here. Get ready for a massive game. I'm now paddling uphill quickly against the water 8 minutes before kickoff. Guys are on the field having a good training session. Things are looking good. It's green out there. It's not white. It's green out there. The Premier League Cup final was all literally white the other day, and it's not white right now. It's black, green. Lovely on the floor. And I tell you what, these guys on TV make me laugh. The way they're breaking down the plays. They're so complicating their lives, eh? I tell you, I'm glad I don't watch TV and watch for a pregame. Keep it here. Keep your beer mug filled, your coffee cup, your tea cup, anything you need. But I tell you, I will not be wasting my time watching guys talk tactics on a big screen in front of your screen. To me, it's mundane. It makes no sense. Angus McWhirter, back you there. Hi there. It's now working. Yeah, Angus, I have no idea, mate. No idea. This setup, this stream was set up for like the last, 10 days. I get to it, everything's working, and there's no sound. Now there's sound, and I can see the sound on my microphone too, but there's sound all around, so that's good. But Das Kodiak, thank you very much for letting me know. But hey, get in here, get ready. And I tell you, there's 2 shirts. Angus McWhirter, I usually keep the TV commentary at mute. It is mostly nonsense. Fella, I have to agree with you. I don't want to sound like a dry old bastard, but I have to agree with you. The TV stuff, what they're doing now, I mean, look at the suits they're wearing. They're too small for the suits they're wearing, number one. I'm not saying anything, but get clothes that fit you, number one. Number two, why all the smoke and makeup for football? It's a sport. It doesn't need the smoke and makeup, does it? It just needs the sport. So I honestly say, I absolutely agree 100% with you, Angus McWhirter, that TV, I'm going to repeat that, I usually keep the TV commentary at mute, and it is mostly nonsense what they're yapping. If these producers at TSN, not so much One Soccer, but at TSN especially, if those producers realize what kind of time wasting and garbage that they talk, they'd be getting one of these. Shortly, they'd be getting one of these, because it really is not entertaining. And if you want to have a football program that is mirror imaging the EPL, the Premier League, yeah, because that's the start of everything bad, as far as I'm concerned. English Premier League. If you want to mirror image that on a football show, segment, match, whatever, then you're welcome to it, because that's just not the way football should be done. Soccer deserves to be produced in a club feel, in a bar feel, in a cup of coffee moment. You know, it's like, it's for everybody. They're making it too special. They're making it too complicated. Just like Infantino, the infant of world football. They're making everything so complicated. It doesn't need to be that way. Anyway, TV, I don't watch it. I don't listen to them. They bore me. And I can't watch it because some of the stuff they say, like you said, Angus, it's absolute nonsense. And these guys are ex-professional footballers, some of them, but most of them never kicked a ball in their damn lives. So they talk absolute garbage nonsense. Angus McWhirter, I'm with you on the money. On the money. Now, let me just take a look what's happening down on the field. Hey, we got lots of Ecuadorian fans. Ecuador. I'm going to give a little bit of Spanish as we go through this to make our Ecuadorian fans feel welcome. And if there's Ecuador fans getting in here, you're very welcome. Remember, 28 en el mundo, Canada. 23 en el mundo, Ecuador. What am I saying? Stevie's talking Spanish. Oh, Das Kodiak, my man. You're rocking. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. As soon as you told me about the sound, and Angus let me know as well, boom, I got it working. It took me 2 times to get it going. There's something not playing ball, but I tell you what, I kicked that ball right into touch, and we're back with you. So, Das Kodiak, puppets will say what they're paid to say. Yeah. 100%, mate. Yep. Just like I'll say something political, and I'm not political. I am right down the middle. I care less for politics. I hate politicians. They disgust me. But puppets will say what they're paid to say. Politicians will do what they're also paid to do against you, me, everybody. So that's what I think about them. But yeah, they pay and they say what they're paid to say, just so as you know. So getting up to some of the stats that I wanted to deal on you right away. Give me a second. I'm going to bring two sheets up. I prepared this a while back, obviously. And I've got to say, when I started this up, I didn't expect a fail. Not at all, but it did. It failed on my ass. So let's get everything back in there, line it up. I'm going to bring you some points, and also going to bring you the last time we played against these guys. I've got the head-to-head. I'm going to go to the head-to-head here pretty soon. It'll interest you. See, we got 3 minutes before kickoff, so it's going to be a short pre-game, isn't it, guys? Yes, it bloody is. But hey, I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're there, and people will find us again. I'm on the power drink, and I'll put that over here, I think. Get it out of the way. Cabby's got his stuff ready. We will get visited by Cabby at some time in the game. So let's get into some of the stuff that I've prepared for you, because that's why we're here, yeah? Quickly, I'm going to race through this. You're going to love this. Here's a tidbit. Here's a real tidbit for you. It's 7 months to our World Cup kickoff, June 12th, in Toronto, in the same stadium where we're playing right now. And I know you love stats, so I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you real hard. That's 7 months. 7 months, 30.143 weeks, 211 days right now. At kickoff, 5,064 hours to go until June 12th's kickoff at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Canada, USA, Mexico. And it's now at kickoff. Get your clock ready. Get your clock ready. 18,230,400 seconds. There you go. I do my homework for you guys. So there you go. 18,230,000 seconds, 400 to go. Not long to go. Not long to go at all, because you know what? That's the World Cup coming to us. That's 7 months. Not long to go. The question is this a big match? Is this a big match? In your eyes, is this a big match? Take a second to think about that, because I am too. It's part of the script, but I am too. I say, yes, it is. I say, yes, it is. And I say, yes, it is for a great reason. Because when you line up 28 in the world and 23 in the world, one more time for our Spanish viewers, Ecuador, 23 en el mundo, Canada, 28 en el mundo, 28 and 23 in the world, Canada and Ecuador. Potentially, this is a big match. And why? I'm looking right on the board, because if you look at a World Cup, this has a feeling of a World Cup knockout round game. Yes, it could be a group game, but this has the feeling of a knockout round match, possibly in the weight of, it could be around 32, but I'm looking deeper into competition. 28 and 23 in the world. Those are not the biggest teams in the world, but they certainly are big teams. So I'm saying for sure that this match, for me, has the weight of a round of 16, okay, or potentially a quarter-final match as well. Dust Kodiak, getting back to you, mate. Is it just me, or is multi-host a joke? It absolutely is a joke. Do you know why it's a joke? Because you've got too many people talking. Too many people talking doesn't necessarily mean you're getting the right information. It just means there's not one person there that can carry the mic the whole way. That's what that means. You're looking at guys here talking the talk that are not broadcast trained. I'm telling you, I'm leveling with you. They can't hold the mic. That's why they need friends in places right next to them wearing funny shirts and funny suits and funny shoes and all sorts of funny crap. They can't hold the mic. They're only strong together, and they're only strong with a script produced for them. My script is produced by me for us, and it's a different script. But Angus McWhirter, it depends how competitive, and if the coach is trying to play a core team of players, notifies USA. Absolutely. That's Dust Kodiak. I don't like Dust Kodiak. Like, don't get me wrong, love that it's coming to Canada, but I feel it should be all for nothing for the host thoughts. Yeah, you know what? The World Cup could come and go and we get nothing out of it completely. That is one of the thoughts of it. What are we trying to get out of it? We want to build a legacy, no? Well, we've had a few World Cups come to this. The first World Cup was the 19s. Second World Cup was the 2007s. The winners, here comes Cabby. Hey, Cabby, buddy. I got your little snack there, my friend. So you turn around. That's it. Turn around. There you go, buddy. Let everybody see you. Cabby's in the house. He's going to get his food. Watch it. You back up. There you go. There we go. Cabby's in the house, my little man. But yes, all or nothing for the host tonight. Tonight. But he didn't say tonight. I feel it should be all or nothing for the host. Thoughts? Yes, should be all or nothing for the host. Absolutely. And again, 3 hosts. Is anybody going to get into the meaty, greasy part of that finals, quarterfinals? Perhaps is any of the 3 going to get to the quarterfinals? You would like to think that the US and Mexico's got a chance. Canada, it's untested. It is untested. Have we ever got out of a group? No, we haven't. Tried twice, and we failed twice. We failed twice. We're looking for a big win in the next World Cup, a group game. We're also looking to get out for the first time and then run on to the final. But the thing is, I don't think there's any advantage for Canada once we go into the States to play matches. But I certainly think playing at home certainly gives us something to look at. Just give me a second here. I'm going to take a quick look, see what those guys are doing out there. One more time. Still in competition land. Back into the chats. You betcha. And he's supporting Canada big time tonight. Me and Cabby were dressed in black and white, as you can see. We were in matching outfits. You come back for halftime? You coming back for halftime? Yeah? Okay. There we go. He's coming to stay with him. Good boy. Good boy. You sticking for the match? You sticking for the match? Okay, we'll see what happens. That's Kodiak, 3rd time's a charm. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Talking about... I want to bring something up to you. This is something I really do want to look at quickly. Bringing up the other sheets here because I've got to plow through. Because we had the technical difficulty, all my notes that I wanted to bring you, I can't, but I can pick the best. So picking the best. Going to... He's staring at me. Going to the head-to-head. Now, the betting odds, before we get there, betting odds, 2-1 for a Canada win, 5-2 for the draw. And get this, it's exactly the same for Ecuador, 2-1 odds to win. Ecuador's form coming in, absolutely electric. Canada's not so bad either. But I tell you what, Ecuador haven't lost in 14 matches. 433 days. 433 days since Ecuador last lost. Canada, we got 3s and 4s in there. It's not 433, 34 days since the last loss. Cheers, Cabs. And looking at the head-to-head, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Game's coming up. The guys are getting ready to come on the field. Still in advert land. 6th of June, 1999. The 6th of June, 1999. Yes, I was alive and kicking. And it was Canada-Ecuador. And Ecuador wins 2-1 on the road. And that was the Canada Cup, 1999, the Canada Cup. Do you remember that? Do you remember the Canada Cup, guys? 22nd of January, 2002 was the next one. Going to have a power drink. January 22nd, 2002, Canada, Ecuador, CONCACAF Gold Cup. What do you think the score was there? 2-0 to Ecuador. Ecuador, 2 goals in the first 2 matches. 3rd and final match. I've got some literature for you. You're going to love this. Final match, 1st of June, 2011, Canada 2, Ecuador 2, international friendly. Yes, now we got another international friendly. It's been 14 years plus since that score of 2-2. Tonight, 2-2 would be a great idea to get that again. It would be a great scoreline, and it would show that both teams were in it, and goals really set up the crowd. I'm not saying you're going to see a bag full of goals tonight because, let's face it, Ecuador don't give away many. 4 wins and 6 draws in the last 10. 10 clean sheets in the last 15. 10 clean sheets in the last 15. Unreal. The prediction, I'm going to say this much, just checking on the lines for say, but 1 in 15, that's just nuts, isn't it, eh? Waiting for things to get going. We've got Superman and stories coming through. Guys are walking out here pretty soon. I can see them in the tunnel getting ready to go. We'll be there pretty soon. Last 5. I'm going to give you the last 5 for each team just to give you a nice little bit of meat to play with. Last 5 for Ecuador. 1 win, 4 draws, no losses. 3 scored, 2 against for +1. 7 points out of 15 for 46% points all. Canada, last 5. 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. 1 loss. Ecuador, no losses. 5 scored. Ecuador 3 scored. 2 against. Ecuador 2 against. Canada +3 in the last 5 on the goal difference, the GD. Ecuador 1 +1. Canada 8 points from 15. Ecuador 7 from 15. And Canada 53 points percentage record. So percentage record for Canada, last 5, 53%. Percentage record for Ecuador, 46%. And as I said, the last match Ecuador lost was 1-0 against Brazil. That was September the 6th, 2024, World Cup qualifying. It's been 433 days. And if you've forgotten, Canada's last match that they lost a couple ago, lost 1-0, October 10, Saputo Stadium, Montreal, against Australia, and that was 34 days ago. 28th in the world, taking on 26. It's going to be a match. It's going to be a real match. I'm looking at the fans in the crowd. There's a fair measure of Ecuadorian fans in there, and that shirt, those were the shirts that Ecuador and Canada both wore in the last match in 2011 when it was a 2-2. I'd love to see a 2-2. I'd love to see a 2-2. And I'll tell you what, there's loads of Ecuadorian fans out there. But are they from Ecuador or are they Canadians masquerading as Ecuadorian fans? Now, some information for you while we're waiting. I do my research, guys. You're going to love this one. Like I say, that red shirt, Canada wore it in the last match. That yellow shirt, Ecuador wore that shirt in the last match. The turnout for the last match at BMO Field was 14,536. Not bad. Not the best. But what I want to show you is the lineups. Catch a load of these lineups. If you're a Canadian fan, we're going Canada first, but catch a load of these lineups. Canada, Milan Borjan in net. Nick Ledgerwood in defense. Kevin McKenna. Dejan Jakovic, replaced by Andre Haino on 39. Marcel de Jong. Will Johnson. Remember Will? Feisty little Will. I'm loving it looking at the fans in the crowd. Feisty Will was replaced by a forgotten man on 79 minutes, Jamie Peters. Yeah. Terry Dunfield was in the game. Also substituted out on 46 by Julian de Guzman. Atiba Hutchinson, Josh Simpson, Rob Friend, VFC, Vancouver FC's technical director. Rob Friend came in for Josh Simpson on 58. Dwayne Di Rosario, Simeon Jackson was replaced by Toussaint Ricketts. For Ecuador, Marcelo Elizaga, Giovanni Sacido, Frickson Erezal, Christian Naboa, Edison Mendes on 52, Michael Arroyo for João Plata on 90+1, Walter Ayovi, Christian Benitez. Remember Christian Benitez? Yeah. Segundo Castillo, Jaime Oyovi, Neisa Riasco, Luis Saritama was replaced by Osvaldo Minda on 78. The goal scoring. This is what you want to hear. Didn't start out like Ecuador wanted. Certainly finished how Canada wanted. I'm looking at the field right now, guys. It seems like a decent crowd. Not a sellout. Not a sellout, but seems like a decent crowd. Field looks great. Little chilly night, but no snow. What did you think of that snow the other night? But goal scoring. This might interest Canadians and Ecuadorian fans. Canada takes the lead in that match on 24 minutes. It's Terry Dunfield on 24. Then I asked you, do you remember Christian Benitez? He had a lot of time at Crystal Palace. He failed at Liverpool, remember? He scores on 62. And 2 minutes later, Michael Arroyo gets the go-ahead goal on 64. It looks all the way to the end as if Ecuador are coasting to a win. And they don't, because up steps Toussaint Ricketts on 90+2 to get the equalizer. Have a look at that. 90+2, Toussaint Ricketts gets the equalizer. It's a 2-2 match, and we don't lose. But all time. It's 2 wins for Ecuador and a draw. Can we get a win tonight? I tell you what, there's a chance we can. I wouldn't rule it out. I really wouldn't rule it out. Definitely got a good chance to get this done. I'm staying with you. I'm going to go in the chat here, but I'm going to look down below because I've got lots more to talk about before we get there. Coach for Ecuador, Sebastian. He's done a lot of good things since he's been there, yeah. Sebastian Andres Bocasese. Yeah, brilliant. Wait till you see Bocasese hair. That's all I'm saying. Lovely hairstyle. Lovely hairstyle. But talking about Bakasese, 14 matches in, 5 wins, 8 draws, 1 loss. They like to draw. They keep it tight. 5 wins, maybe 30%. But on the win record, the win ratio, 35.71%. In that time, these last 14 matches, Ecuador scores 11 goals. Conceded, listen to this, only 4 goals in all that time. Hence, like I told you, 10 clean sheets. Absolutely massive, massive. Big players on Ecuador. Ener Valencia, 102 matches, 48 goals. I tell you what, he's hanging around basically to get that 50th goal. That's what I'm saying with Ener Valencia. You're watching the teams getting ready right now. Stevie Estacio doing very nicely. Thank you. 1 second, guys. Just want to bring up one more page. Give me 1 second. Going back into the chat. It's more important. Going back into the chat. Thanks for staying with me, guys. But we had a crash start. We had a fail start, but we're here now. But hey, Angus Walker, England and France qualified for the 2026 World Cup. Yes, they did. Did you hear about the Republic of Ireland slapping Portugal? I watched that match. The Irish were really on it. Portugal had it all game long. Could have killed off Ireland, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Great defending by the Irish. And I tell you, little man Troy Parrott, 2 goals on the day for the Irish Republic, putting Portugal in a bit of a dubious spot. Keep your eye on Ronaldo and that next match. You might want to do some research because I tell you, didn't go the way that our man Ronaldo wanted it to. But yes, France, England going through. I do not take much stock in FIFA rankings. USA is way inflated at 16. Correct. You got to say, for years and years and years, though, the Americans have played a lot bigger teams than us. Bless them. We need to do the same like we're doing right now. Keep bringing the big teams. Keep bringing the competition. Guys are singing the anthem for Ecuador. We'll get back to them soon as possible. That's Kodiak. With all the FIFA scams, it wouldn't surprise me if the States paid that 16 spot. You know, you can see a lot of teams higher up in the rankings as well from us that are literally lining up tons and tons and tons of matches before the game actually gets underway. Yeah, they want to play as many matches to get as many FIFA points to push up the rankings. Don't forget, a friendly match only has a 10-point weight. An international qualification match or a competition match has 35 points weight on it. Therefore, we don't make any points out of this. We'll slip further down possibly, and we'll keep slipping if we don't keep winning. We've got to keep winning these games to stay where we are. That's the dangerous thing about playing big teams is it's okay to bring a big team in, but you really think you have to win it to stay in the rankings and keep pushing up. Literally, the last couple of games didn't do us any favors. May have tested a few people, but it didn't help the rankings. We went from 26 to 28. Doesn't sound like much, but you don't want to keep slipping. You'll be in 30s and 40s land before you know it. And after the World Cup is over, where will we be? I'll say after the World Cup, we'll probably be somewhere in the low 30s to mid 30s. Keep watching that one. Kodiak says, yes, Angus McWorth agrees with you. ESO does agree. Pickleball Pat, how you doing, Pickleball Pat? Let's go this Canada. Let's go. Let's get this. Go Canada. Pickleball Pat, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Let's get the game going. I'm looking at the field. Beautiful scenes. Like I say, not the greatest crowd, but things will fill up. You know how it is on kickoff time. What is it with people not being able to get to the match on time? You paid your ticket. So I'm looking at the guys, Ecuador, coming through. Give me 1 second, guys. Want to just bring something up here. But I tell you, we're in for a real test tonight. This will not be easy. This will not be easy. Not at all. Not for a second. Okay, dish that. Google is garbage. No, it's not going to be an easy match for a second. Give me 1 second. I want to get into that because we want to go to Canada and see what we've got for a line. Here we go, coming up for you. Let's get the Canadian soccer team on the line. Here we go, brothers and sisters. There we go. Lots of fans. David. In goal, Galindez, Franco, Ordonez, Pacho, Hincape, Cecida, Vite, Rodriguez, Anguilo, Yoboa, Valencia. And I'd say, watch out for Valencia. Watch out for Valencia. I first sort of got my head around Valencia when he was playing in the UK. And he was with Man United at the time. I was very impressed with his size, his strength, speed, touch. Consummate South American footballer. And he's big. Enner Valencia, such a superstar. 102 matches in with the national team and 48 goals. So I'm looking for him to get more. Looking at the referees tonight, let's hope we have... I'm going to say it. Let's hope the referees do their job properly. No BS, no crappy calls, no favoritism for Ecuador. Let's have them right down the middle like arbitro, the referee, like they should be, yeah? Arbitrational. Bit of a Latino word. Arbitro, the referee. Keep it fair, keep it square. Don't rip us off. Jaden Nelson in the background, guys. I've seen Jaden Nelson in the background behind a serious-looking Jesse. But yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Guys are huddled in the middle. Chippy Ricky's going to have a handful tonight. I tell you, Seeger better not be piddling around in front of the goal. No, sir. No, sir. Oliwasei, interesting. Ali Ahmed's in there again. But David, Jonathan David, here's the test. Does he get a goal tonight? Does he get a goal tonight? All the way through Jonathan David's career with Canada, 30 goals. Does he do it against big teams? Not normally. Remember the World Cup? He hid. Wasn't available. Dane St. Clair in net tonight, not Maxime Croupeau. Nice to see Dane getting some time in between the pipes. But here we go, guys. Ecuador, all in black. Canada, all in red. I say, let's go get this. Absolutely, let's go get this now. Game's live. Canada trying to get the ball back. Losing it straight away. Ecuador now. Interplay. Referees ruled it down. Free kick coming in. And I tell you what, trainer needs to come in. Two players really in distress. Estaquio's down. He's slowly coming around. It's a head-to-head smash. Steven Estaquio in a full face. But he'll be up soon. Angus McWorker, I don't take much stock in FIFA rankings. USA is inflated at 16. Das Kodiak, with all the FIFA scams, it wouldn't surprise me if the States paid for 16. And Pickleball Pat, let's get this. Let's go, Canada. Angus McWorker, I can't catch the ECV Ecuador versus Canada match. I'm watching Trinidad versus Jamaica. Get in there, son. Tell us the score when you can. Bermuda on Curacao TV. Right on. Certainly a bit of a bang on there. Man down in a serious way. Certainly in a lot of pain. Lots of pain. But again, 211 days up until the next World Cup. And that being June 12th, not when the World Cup starts, but June 12th, when Canada's World Cup kicks off. 211 days. Get ready for that. Get ready for that. One more time. Just going to try to get in here and get some more information for you guys. Just 1 second. I appreciate your patience. I really do. Let's get this game back up and started, shall we? Let's get this game back up and started. Wow. That's a crazy way to do your lineups. Still taking a little while here. Quite the bang. So possibly, your lineups again. Nice times, short time. In goal, Valencia. Sorry, Galindez. What am I talking about? In goal, Galindez. Back line, Hincapi, Paco, Ordonez, Preciado. Midfield, Vite, Casaicedo, Angulo, Kendry Aboa, Franco, Valencia up top. There you go. So now you've got the lineup for Team Canada, and all Ecuadorian fans right now writing in, vamos, Ecuador. Let's see what happens tonight. Let's see what happens. Could be interesting, but Galindez might well be a busy man. Ecuador with pressing down the right side. Dangerous now right in the box. Cultivating a chance coming down the left side now. Will they keep it going? Left side now. Canada under great pressure. Can they keep it? Tejan Buchanan coming away with the ball. Looks like it's a throw into Canada, halfway up Canada's field, in their own half. It's going to be testy. I'll tell you what, Ecuador in front of goal. Don't be too too light-minded with them. They can get it done. I'm looking at a very heavily bearded Paul Stalteri there. Big-time Werder Bremen, big-time Tottenham, big-time Canadian national team. Ecuador now along the back line. And just so you know, we had major technical difficulties before we got in here. But ball over the top now, going all the way through. Dane St. Clair coming nice and easily. Goes back the other way, straight over halfway. Lands. Oluwase, you can't get there. I'm looking for more from Oluwase tonight. I really am. And I'm looking more from Jonathan David. I want to see some action. I want to see some work rates. I want to see him getting some shots. But this will be a tough match. This will be a tough match. There is no doubt about that. One second, guys. Let's see what's happening here. Again, Canada winning the ball halfway in their own half, looking to turn the play from defense into forward motion. Nice tic-tac-toe through the middle, pushing it out wide. A lovely play. Tajon Buchanan now. As soon as he gets the ball, he's going to have two guys on him all night long. Throwing coming up. Tajon takes it. Well done. Quick throw. Kone on the ball. Spins away. Pushes it to the left side. Ball now over to Chippy. One-on-one. Cuts inside. Ball play through. Lovely play. Oluwase should have shot. Should have shot. Should have shot. In that situation, you got to shoot. What are you passing blind for? You got to shoot there. Should have shot. Should have took the shot. Didn't shoot, though, but promising move. And they sliced through Ecuador's defense rather surprisingly easier than you'd think. Tajon Buchanan fighting to get past, gets past one. Shielded away. Well played by the Ecuadorian defense. Buchanan comes back, battles for the ball, gets into it. Well played, Tajon Buchanan. Canada pressing really high and really well at the moment, putting Ecuador under great pressure. The best defense you can have is a great offense. Keep the ball in the other team's half. You're not defending. And life is good. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in tonight. That's a kick to the face there. That could be serious. And I'll tell you what, watch out. It's a straight red. There you go, bubbies. Straight red. Straight red. Ali Ahmed down, punching the floor. That looks like a straight red. Saicedo's trying to comfort him. Red card. Ali Ahmed. 5 minutes in. I think that's a little bit swift from the referee. But I tell you now, if you give someone reason to go down after you put a high boot up, I'll tell you this. Ecuadorians, South Americans, Central Americans know how to manage the referee. Ali Ahmed just got sent off, and it wasn't anything other than a foot going past. You see the foot going past him? Stephen Estacio is having a word, but I don't think anything's happening there. A little bit early for the referee to be sending someone off. That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. It doesn't look like a red when you see it again, but from the referee's decision and his angle, he might have think he got it right. But well done, referee. Take a close look at this. This tells you everything. Take a close look. There's contact, but not where Buddy Boy's holding himself. Not where Buddy Boy's holding himself. Even Jesse Marsh is like, that's literally a yellow. It's literally a yellow, okay? It's literally a yellow. Ali Ahmed down. Well done, referee, for ruining everybody's entertainment. The whole world turned up to watch this, and you just shit right on it. Well done, referee. Another moron with a card in his hand. Sorry, I've got to say it how it is. Becca Sese is probably loving this. Becca Sese with the beautiful hair. Ecuadorian coach running up and down the touchline. Jesse March beside himself. And he just shouted at the referee, that's an effing joke. And it is. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. Home teams are not supposed to be punished by referees coming in from a different nation. Absolutely asinine decision. It's a friendly match. It's early in. Minutes on the board. What are you calling a red card for? Arbitrationally, you should be handing out a yellow card first. No, this referee is an asshole. He's ruined the whole show. Now for the rest of the match, you're going to watch him making up for what that is as an absolute idiot call. An absolute idiot call. Talk about overzealous. What an asshole. And I'm saying it. What an asshole. I don't know how you feel, but I'm going straight to the chat. You tell me how you feel. Ryan says, for fuck's sake, absolutely. And I'm saying it because it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. Too many years we've been crapped on by these shit referees that cheat all night long. This guy is an absolute dickhead. Absolute asshole. And I'm saying it for Jesse. And I'll never swear on this. I never swear like this, but that referee is a cheating asshole. That's a yellow card, not a red. Absolutely terrible. I hope you're pissed off too, because I'm livid. I'm livid. Absolutely. Makes the whole night not worth it now, yeah? Right against the 8 ball. 90 minutes to go, pretty much. Get in there and break it. This referee has really pissed me off tonight. What a dickhead. Have we had enough referees like this over the years that keep pissing all over us? This guy needs to lose his badge. He needs the red card. Watch this dickhead make it up for us for the rest of the game. I'm so pissed off it's not true. I've looked forward to this game for a long time. You get one moron with a card in his hand and the whole bloody thing's ruined. Well, I tell you, if I could get my hands around his neck. Absolutely ruined the whole damn game. What an asshole. What an asshole. Well done, Tajon. This guy deserves to be banned for life. I mean, what a dickhead. Man, oh man, oh man. Have we not had enough of this shit? And I bet you they're not saying that on TV. I bet you they're like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I've had enough. This is garbage. Didn't I say just before the match, let's hope this guy doesn't cheat or give us a bad night? Not even 5 minutes in. Typical CONCACAF cheating. You don't need to cheat for Ecuador, buddy. They're good enough on their own. They can do it themselves. They can beat us one-on-one. You don't need to help them. Put on a fucking black shirt. Put on a black shirt, you ass. Now he's talking to all the Ecuadorian players, pushing them away, which he never normally would do. What an asshole. Man, oh man, I tell you. Man, oh man. I tell you. Canada's really got a tough go at it now. You got a moron referee that now has screwed himself so royally, he's going to screw the rest of the game. You're going to see it. He's screwed this game so royally and screwed himself so hard, he hasn't got anything left to give. He's going to be a homer for us for the rest of the game. What a moron. And I'm quite happy with Jesse Marsh swearing at him because he needs it. This was an absolute cheat. And I've seen too many. 30-odd years I've been watching this national team, guys. You have too. And we have been so pissed on regular by these cheating South American bastard referees. It just gets to be too much. I'm letting it all out there. I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back. Why the hell should I? People all across the country have waited for this. People have traveled to this match. I'd like them to give us European referees moving forward because the only referees that cheat are from South America or Central America against Canada. You get a European referee, you don't have any problem. Remember when we played in Romania recently and in Wales recently? Did we have an issue? No. And you know what? We could enjoy a beautiful situation where the game was allowed to flow without the referee imposing himself on the teams. Europeans do it far better. As far as I'm concerned, referees in Europe are the best. The players in South America are better. Ball in the middle, Great save by the keeper. Galindez comes up big time, big time. Should be 1-0 there. Oluwaseyi misses a big one. Beautiful chance there, Ryan. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Anybody that thinks I went a bit over the top, I apologize, but I'm not going to apologize fully. When it comes to Canada, you start cheating me, you start cheating the nation, I want to rip your face off. I'd love to rip that referee to bits. But yeah, beautiful chance, Ryan. Ryan C, great chance, great chance. Corner coming up now. Canada on 11. Ecuador, what can we do? Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I'm sick to death of it. Ball coming in there, get in there. Headed one more time, out, coming out. Canada looking to get on the ball. It's a bit chippy. Ecuador launching it over the top, possibly. Passes off, there you go. Coming down the left side. It's all very frenetic right now. Left hand now. 3 coming down the left side. Overloading. Ecuador want to be on the front foot, want to be in our half, do not want to be defending. They've been surprised twice by breakaways. They want to be in and around our box so they can sit there, consolidate the passing game and put balls in the box. Corner coming up, possibly. There you go. There you go. 15 minutes gone. Kamal Miller doing what he normally does. Kone's not doing so bad tonight. You haven't noticed Kone? That's a good thing. He's on his game. There he goes over the far side for the corner. Number 15. But I tell you, honestly, when we get ripped, I take it personal. Ball coming in, headed clear by Canada. On the edge of the box now. Cleared fully down the pitch, coming up to halfway. But I take it personally when these damn referees crap all over the game. And it's literal cheating. There's no need for a red card on that situation. But you knew he was going to give it. You just knew by his body language. Couldn't wait to race over there and pop the red card out, yeah? Couldn't wait to get over there. Well done, referee, for screwing the crowd. You screwed the whole crowd tonight, buddy. You screwed the TV, and you look like an idiot. In fact, I should refer that. You don't look like an idiot. You are an idiot. Ecuador now on the back line. Slowing things down, looking for an opening. Canada not using the press. 10-man on 11. You can't go mad with the press. You've got to be a little bit more consolidated in the counter-attack system and work it slow. Long ball over the top. Left side of the field. Still going down the left side. Corner. Should be a goal kick. Should be a goal kick. Should be a goal kick. Seeger running back in the box. And the blue bastard gives a corner. To be named the blue bastard for the rest of the match is the referee. I think it's fair. He's earned it. The blue bastard in the middle. There we go. Angus McWhirter. The CONCACAF refs get autographed jerseys by Messi in an MLS match. Was suspended for a match and was right back on later. Yeah, it just explains it, doesn't it, eh? This referee, man, what a joker. What a joker. What a joker. Ball coming in now. Nice corner. Up high. There's a melee in front of the goal. Who's going to get there first? Ecuador looking to get on in. And Mr. Blue Bastard waves the kick away. Blows it down. So say C says Tani has to finish that. Can't expect to beat big teams. They waste golden chances. Fella, I agree with you 100%. So say C. That was a go. That was a situation where what was difficult about that shot? He puts it right at the keeper. How about picking a spot on the other side of the keeper, like maybe to the left where half the goal was? I'm not a fan of Tani. For me, not a fan at all. He wastes too much, like you say. And Kyle Larin is another one. Yeah, Kyle Larin's another one. And where's Jonathan David tonight? Hiding? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Ball did go out. Ball did go out. See the diving? You see the diving? See the diving? Keep your eye on it. Ricky Larea needs to keep smiling. That's the way you play them. That's the way you play them. Referee's in there again on Canada, not on Ecuador. Yeah. Well done, Ricky. Okay, take a look on the dive, especially. I don't blame him, but here, Steve stops it. Unnecessary. They're looking for it. So when you look at that red card, the diving and the clutching where he didn't get hit, he got raked here. That's where the contact was, just there. And he's holding here. And he's going down this way. And Mr. Blue Bastard, he's lost the plot. Oh, no problem, Angus. Spelling's not a problem, mate. No one's getting a red line today, apart from Mr. Blue Bastard. And anybody tuning in, Mr. Blue Bastard is the referee for an absolute asinine call, putting Canada 10-11. Ali Ahmed, who would have had a great game tonight. This would have been such a wonderful game for Ali Ahmed on the left side. He would have teased them. He would have teased them all night long. He would have made things happen. It would have been great for the crowd. But the only guy in the whole stadium with no brain has got a blue shirt on. Yeah, practicing for the Olympic dive team. Yes, absolutely, Angus. Absolutely. Absolutely. Practicing for the dive team. What we need to do is get to halftime 0-0. We don't need to rush the motion. This is a test of 10 on 11, possibly, if you want to look at it that way, for us moving forward. I'm laughing too, Ryan. I'm laughing too, mate. And this is a team test, 10 on 11. We don't necessarily want to do this too often because, let's face it, we've picked up red cards recently. We don't need to pick up any more. Yeah? Have you forgotten? Oh, we have. Ball going long now. Canada on the edge of the box. Can we get through? Pass back. Galindez on the ball. Goes long. Ricky Larea. Nice header back into the play. Uses the body as well. Steven Stacchio using the body. Fighting for the ball. Should be a free kick to Canada. And where's the card? Where's the card for the violent play? You see that cheating bastard in blue? He don't see nothing. We should play them at their own game, is what I'm saying. Play them at their own game. Let's get one of them sent off. Let's equalize the job for the cheating referee. I don't blame Becca Sese or any of the Ecuador players. I blame the referee fully. He's a joker. Walking around embarrassed. He's walking around embarrassed right now. Everything he's doing, he's walking around fast. He's embarrassed himself. He's ruined his potential. Core to the core. Nasty man. Ball coming in. Great free kick. Get on the end of that one. Headed away. Edge of the box. Going down the left side. Canada looking to get back in there. Should be down the line there. Ecuador moving down the right side of field of play. Cuts inside. Changes the play. Left side of the field now. Halfway into Canada's half. Pushing it down to the left side. Holding play. Shuttling it across to the right side again. And now they're encamped around Canada's goalmouth one more time. Little tic-tac-toe going through. Lovely play. Shouldn't be a free kick. Referee's blown a free kick. Lovely play there by number 9. Cuts inside, beats 2 players, goes down. I don't see where the foul was, other than him grabbing Ricky Larea. And I'll guarantee you that wouldn't have been called down if Moron in blue hadn't have been the man that sent someone off already. He has changed the way he's refereeing this match. He has so messed up. He has literally changed his tune in the game, which he wouldn't have had. He's not even watching the match. Ball down the left side now. Controlled beautifully. Canada now. A guy down, looking to get back in. Trajan Buchanan. Slight little foul. Normally, he would have got booked for that. Doesn't get booked. Let's hope the next match coming up against Venezuela presents us with a referee that doesn't want to kill the entertainment. Venezuela are a team where Canada should have a chance to put some pressure on, maybe get a goal. But Ali Ahmed will not be there in the next match. Obviously sent off after seconds in this match. Ridiculous call. Should have been a yellow. Stern talking to, and then everybody would have been happy. Why pull out a red card on the first challenge of the match? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And Canada, for the rest of the match, you need to just sit back and not chase that final third. Sit back and keep everything close on the final two lines. Ecuador's looking to pick a lock that doesn't want to get picked by Canada. Going down the right side now. What can they make happen? Tic-tac-toeing on the right side, coming back into the middle, just over halfway. Again, down the left side. It's all very tight, but give credit to Canada's final line of defense. They're squeezing, pushing wide, not let anything get through. Ecuador want to play the passing game. And remember, 10 clean sheets in the last 14 matches for Ecuador. Only 4 wins in the last 10. And they don't ram the goals in either. 11 goals and 4 conceded in 14 matches. 11 goals scored in 14 matches. 4 conceded. So it's pretty tight either way. They don't score many, but they don't give up many. With what we've seen tonight, Canada, with a bit of luck and 11 men on the field, I feel could have pushed Ecuador a lot harder. Easy collection for Dane St. Clair. Enner Valencia chasing down. Remember, Enner Valencia, a big superstar. Big superstar. 102 matches. This is number 103. 48 goals. Does he get one more tonight? He is the man that normally comes up with the scoring touch. Ball over the top. Does he get there? No, he doesn't. Too hard. Tejon is not a gazelle. But yes, 0-0, 25 minutes in. Did you see the Canadian Premier League Cup final the other day in the snow, not so far away from this building? The snow clearing fiasco? I did. A lot of fun to watch, but hardly any planning by that CPL. Let's hope they learn the lesson. Ball now over halfway. Again, down the left side. Trying to exploit down the left side, but Canada's defense keeping the door shut so far. Wide open to the left side. Yes, he does. Number 15 on the ball now. Gets the ball, shoots straight down the middle. Tic-tac-toe. Passes off to the middle. Lovely play. Opening up the play. Beautiful. That's not the best of passes. That should have been well in front of him. One ball, one play. Messes up a great move. They were in a dangerous position as well. Again, the field. Field looking great tonight. Galindez comes all the way, shoots it to the left side, possibly to the right side. Goes to the right side. 7 months to the World Cup, guys. June 12th coming fast. Look for the new year for more games. Throwing coming up. Ball into the middle now. Ecuador probing through the middle, going back over to the right side. Nice game if you're an Ecuadorian fan. If you're from Ecuador or living in Canada from Ecuador, this is a game you're going to enjoy. Because right now you have the big advantage of a one-man advantage. Ali Ahmed wearing red, saw red after a couple of minutes. I tell you, I've seen some decisions. But when you get coaches F-bombing a referee on a sideline, you know the referee F-bombed up, ball through the middle, dangerous, could be 1-0. I tell you, very close decision. Canada saying, where's the offside? And Valencia has his first chance of the game, number 13. Puts it wide. Ecuadorian fans on their feet. They're probably not even Ecuadorian fans. They're probably from somewhere South America. And isn't it funny when you go to a match for Canada and there's a South American team, you see loads of South American fans here, all from that one country. I can't believe how they're all from that one country. It seems an amalgamation of nations supporting one nation against Canada, and you're living in Canada. Who says that on TV? Nobody. And that's the truth. That's what we've seen all through the decades. Have we not? Have we not? Yeah. Yeah. We have. Dane St. Clair now launches the ball. 28 minutes gone, coming up to 29, headed further down the field. That was something I overheard as well. Angus, I'm going to cover that because I think it's a great point. Canada now, over halfway. Seeger now pushes the ball up. Jonathan David crushed one more time. Angus McWhirter brings up a great point. I was reading this the other day, guys, that it was going to come. It's come through. But Angus McWhirter says the owners of MLS, Major League Soccer, voted to move to a more European schedule today, August to May. Fantastic. That will be absolute entertainment for the fans. You're going to get all kinds of weather. You'll see all kinds of football. If you want a snow cup final, you can have a snow league match instead. But I tell you, great to see that. Absolutely great to see that. Free kick now. Canada holding their own. 29 minutes in, coming up to 30. Free kick on the edge of the box, swinging into the right side. Beautiful kick, beautiful kick. Get on the end of that one. Put it away. Corner coming up. Corner coming up. Jonathan David again can't get there on time. He's turning into traffic as he tries to get the shot off, but wins the corner. Steven Eustáquio now, far side, right side of the field with the corner. It's going to be an out-swinging corner. Out-swinging corner. Watch for the ball to dance near the 6-yard line or the penalty spot. That's where you need it. And get someone on the end of it. Get a big man on the end of it. Here comes the corner. Eustáquio now, short corner. Taps it off, gets the rebound, chips it back in. Nice chip. Get on the end of that one. Anybody? Into the middle. Ricochet on the edge of the box. Ecuador coming away with it, looking to release. Ball through the middle. Intercepted by Ricky Larrea. Chippy Ricky comes inside. Battled off the ball. Well battled off the ball. I'll tell you what, in comes Captain Eustáquio and does the damage on Ecuador. Wins the ball in midfield now. Canada coming down the left wing. Tejon Buchanan switches sides, comes inside, goes outside, crosses the ball in. Brilliant cross. Brilliant cross. No one on the end of it. Goes out for a corner. Brilliant play once again. 26-year-old Tejon Buchanan. Who doesn't remember Buchanan coming in as a kid a few years back? Didn't really do much, did he? Was weak on the ball. Couldn't shield the ball. Could go past one guy, but couldn't get past the second guy or third guy. Now, down at Villarreal, on loan from Internazionale, Inter Milan, he can do it all. And now at 26, he's in his prime. He's a complete player. And he's one of our best. Corner coming in, edge of the box. Repelled one more time. Does he take the shot? Does indeed take the shot. And it's going to Mars. Way over the top. Way wide. So the European angle, August to May, I think is a great idea for American teams. It'll streamline them with the rest of the world. Thus, summer tours and all other situations align with the rest of the world. Canada. You might want to take note. You might want to take note on that. Align yourself with the USS. Align yourself with the news coming in. Ultimate Soccer Show, USS. 32 minutes gone. I tell you. Ecuador literally using this really right now as a training game. There's really not much venom on the ball, not much speed. Walking pace game. It's like a training match right now. And for the people who've paid to sit there in them cold seats, that's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. Just going to try and bring up something one more time, guys. There's one screen I need to get into. Okay, there we go. Don't need it. Get gone. There we go. Ecuador again quite happy to keep the ball channeling down the left side. The lovely interchange players finally come off. The cross comes in on the end of it. Nobody coming up for a corner one more time. It's a throw-in. It should be a throw-in, not a corner. Nice interchange play by Ecuador, moving the ball beautifully. Sees the man running, push the ball into space. Watch the cross, watch the ball. Waterman making that very clear to our simpleton in blue. Hello, fella. All the way back to Galindez. No, it comes to the left side. 34 minutes gone. We got 11 minutes to half time. I tell you what, if Canada gets to 90 minutes with a 0-0, taking a red card, well, don't kid yourself. The points will look good for us. 10 points is up for this match for either team. 10 points total. The 10 points are split between these teams, okay? For FIFA rankings on this match, it's a friendly match. 10 points is all that is awarded on this match. That's the weight of this match. Ball through. Ecuador going down the right wing. Cuts back. Taps off. That should be a corner. Kept in play. Amazingly kept in play. I tell you, never say die attitude right now by Canada. Ecuador still on the right side, shifting the ball over to the left side now, into midfield. Hits the left wing. Going all the way back again. But yes, on the base of this, if Canada were to go to the 0-0, you could see ball through, all the way through, well headed out, cleared out. Great defending one more time against Canada. Simple defending, but when in doubt, clear it, get it out. But the 10 points divided in this match, you could, if Canada got to 0-0 after 90 minutes plus, you could actually see Canada take maybe 6 of the 10 points and maybe Ecuador possibly taking the 4. It could be 5-5 as well. But don't forget, Canada is a man short, which changes the whole complexion of the point system in the game. Canada now coming back with the ball. Should be a free kick. Is a free kick. I agree with you. I agree with you. You can look at the rankings as a gauge, if you will. And let's say, if you've got a top team in the top 10 playing a team in the 100s, it's an obvious. You're going to see the top team win. That's obvious. But ELO rankings, yeah, they're very decent. I agree with you. I think they are more accurate. But why are they more accurate? Well, FIFA's a business, let's be quite frank, and FIFA's lots of money, yeah? And FIFA's lots of handbags and lots of suitcases in hotel rooms that go quietly into people's hands. Have you ever heard of that? Because they do. So FIFA's a business. It's not just a sport, it's a sporting business. And FIFA likes to put money in their friends' hands. So to think that the right rankings are all fully legal would be a little naive from all of us, don't you think? Suitcases with mucho dólares for people to vote for World Cups. That's FIFA. They are guilty of that. Remember Blatter? Well, that's why he lost his job. There we go. Not a friend of FIFA. Not a friend of Infantino. Originally, years ago, when the FIFA giant boss was Brazil, years and years ago, football was in order. Since they lost the chair, then it went to Switzerland with Blatter, and now with the Italian Infantino, who for me is an infant of a man, keeps changing things for no reason. Ecuador on the box, trying to apply their pressure one more time down the left side. Nothing so far, but patience is a virtue. And Ecuador has bags of patience. Throwing the ball through, open, just survives another foray there. Beautiful smashing header there. Joel Waterman coming through like a bloody freight train. Yeah, pick yourself up. And it was legal. Tajon Buchanan now racing to get the ball. Won't get there. Seeger's out of position one more time. Seeger would be better to stay on the back line rather than get out of position. Tajon, ball over the top, into the middle. Well done, Dane St. Clair. Dane St. Clair reading the play beautifully. But Seeger, getting caught out of position too many times, needs to go back a little bit. Angus McWhirter, go football, go football. He resigns the next day. Seth Blatter, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Ball down the left side, that's a little far of a chase. And I tell you what, that's worthy of a call. That's worthy of a call. He just dives in there. Ricky Larea. Chippy Ricky. I tell you what, Chippy's doing a great thing tonight. He's having a great game. He's in there. He's playing the mind games, but he's keeping himself calm. He sees that we've already got a red card and knows that we can't afford another one. So Ricky is playing restricted and within himself. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But eventually, second half, how long can he stay calm? But I'm saying it. Canada has been cheated tonight so far by the referee. The red card that has been given should never have been given. Ball now into the box, throw in, headed on again. Ecuador looking to repel the attack. They do so. Comes into midfield, just up to the halfway line. Chippy Ricky has the ball. Probably going to go stroking it all the way over the top. As he does, goes over the top. Jonathan, I tell you what did that touch? Jonathan David, Ollie would say, no one can get on the end of things. And Tani is not my favourite. I got to tell you, we've got to find someone better than Tani or better than Kyle Larin. Yes, Kyle Larin, 30 goals, 87 matches, but those days are gone. We need a bigger man up front. I would not be against putting Tajon Buchanan up on the top line. Tajon Buchanan, Jonathan David on the top line. I feel Tajon Buchanan offers more than Tania Aliwasei. Tani really has had chance after chance after chance after chance, and he just doesn't get it done. 40 minutes in, guys. Are we in for a shocker of a win? 10 men on 11. Half time is coming up in 5 minutes plus added. Ball all the way through. Well defended against Ecuador by Canada one more time. Ball repelled down to the left side. Going down the left side again. Seeger sticks with his man. Gives away the free kick. At least he's there to give the free kick away. No danger there, but he was with his man. Seeger, like I say, needs to stay on the back line, stay home. We need stay-at-home defenders for this match. But I will say this. For 28 in the world, taking on 23 in the world, we're not looking out of place. We're a man short. For the defensive side of the game, we're looking like we can compete with these guys. So take that moving forward. That's a good sign. Not many good signs on this game tonight so far, but the defending has been royally on the money. Free kick now, left side. Incoming, outcurling, repelled one more time by Canada. Great defending all night long so far, and it's going to have to be. Keeper Galindez comes to get the ball all the way on his own edge of his penalty area. .41 minutes coming up. Ball over the top. Down the line. Ena Valencia looking for the give and go. Doesn't get it. Still looking for the ball. Well intercepted by Seeger. Well intercepted by Seeger again. Loses the ball though. Sleeping on the ball. Been guilty of that a few times, Seeger. Remember the goal a few matches ago? Stop sitting on the ball. Pass it. Get rid of it. Or kick it out. Stop hanging around with the ball, Mr. Seeger. Angus McWhirter, Curacao 5-0 over Bermuda. Ooh, lots of goals. Lots of goals. Bekasese, inspirational to the Ecuador team. This is his 15th match unbeaten. There's a good chance. He'll stay unbeaten. Quite the record. 433 days unbeaten, looking at 434. Eventually, you know someone's going to take him down. And a great score would be 1-0 by Canada after taking a man out. 10 men on 11 would be a great result. And like I say, the points are not many in this. But Canada right now, if it stays 0-0, will get the fair share. Jamaica 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Go Jamaica. Who scored the goal? Again, Ecuador slowly moving the ball forward over to the left side. Looks like it's going all the way out. It doesn't make it. It does make it. Goal kick coming up to Canada. Literally on the breaches of half-time. And again, guys, I will say this much. When we get ripped off, I take it personally. I'm sick to death of getting cheated by little men. Little men. That's what they are, is little men. And they all come from the same area of the world. European referees don't hate us, don't hurt us, don't hit us. Every time we go against one of these guys, I tell you, we seem to get an absolute nut in blue. And I give full credit to Canada for doing what they're doing right now, because they are literally matching the call. They're answering the call. They're a man short. And I tell you what, you know that they're angry. Canada's playing angry, but what they're doing is that anger, they're using that anger to make their game bigger and better. Ball over the top. Stevie Eustáquio tries to get in there, doesn't get the tackle. Tunney tries to tackle. Can't get in. He tries to get in there one more time. He does get in there, but eventually dives too far, gives the free kick away. I thought that tackling was more dangerous than Ali Ahmed for the red card. Take a look. One tap, two taps, and then jumps in for the third. That was more dangerous than Ali Ahmed, and he actually catches him twice in those 3 tackles. Ali Ahmed didn't catch him. That's what I told you about the referee. Make-up calls and being nice to us to the rest of the game. Yeah. He knows he messed up. He can't even see the play. Look at this guy in blue. He can't even see the play. He's absolutely blinding himself from the play. If the ref can't see the play, how can he make the call? Stevie Eustáquio getting caught. That was as violent as Ali Ahmed, and there's not even a yellow card. Not even a yellow card. Hence, you can see how bad this referee... No, he's not bad. How biased this referee is. He's biased. Ronald Safus at 57 minutes, an assist by Jonathan Russell. That is the Jamaica goal. 1-0 so far over Trinidad and Tobago. Little bit of a rivalry going on there. Dane St. Clair now. Free kick just inside the halfway line. Going to launch this one high. Ricky Larea wants to take it. St. Clair launches it all the way out. Ecuador repel it one more time. Up and under, back onto the edge of the box by Canada. Headed back into the fray by Canada. Tajon Buchanan into the man. He might well get a yellow card normally, but as the referee messed up from minute 2, Hincapie's trying to draw the referee to sucker another card. The referee doesn't give the card because he's embarrassed himself. He's looking like a guy walking around the pitch with shorts that are piss wet through. That's how embarrassed this referee needs to be. Half-time, we are at half-time. Thankfully, we're 0-0. I tell you what, though, the only talking point, guys, is the red card. Other than Canada has been literally on the rack for most of the game. Few sporadic chances counter-attacking. And I tell you, Eustáquio needs to rip that asshole's face off at halfway. A captain can talk to the referee. The captain can say lots of things to the referee. And that referee needs to be held accountable for the rest of the match all the way through. Absolute disgrace. Like I say, aren't you sick and tired of being cheated? Because I am. That's all that happens to Canada is we get cheated by those assholes. And I don't say that normally. That's how real I am today. Going to bring up some of the stats here. But yeah. Half-time is with us. 0-0. Okay, I'm going to get around this. I'm going to bring up another. We're having technical problems getting to certain sites. I don't know what that's all about, guys, but I have options to get around that. But we shall see. We shall see. As we stand 0-0, not the worst situation, but it is the worst situation with the card. We didn't really need that. So get it this way. We're drawing 0-0. The last match was a 2-2 draw. Prior to that, it was a 2-1 win and a 2-0 win. So far, so good. And we're a man down. A man down. A man down. Is it going to do us a favour in the second half? It being the shit referee. Excuse me. Seamus O'Leary, you've got to be happy with 0-0 so far. I am. I'm happy. I'm happy with the 0-0. I really am. I think it's been a great character lesson for Canada. It's a great lesson to go up against adversity that we used to go up against every game, pretty much, in CONCACAF, because they're cheating Canada every game back in the day. Remember that? You got to remember that. You got to remember it. So with a fiasco call in the first couple of minutes, where Ali Ahmed, not a violent guy, probably the smallest guy on the field, not violent, small guy, diminutive. He's all about skill and smiley faces. He's not nasty. He's not physical. Hell's sakes, he's not big enough to be physical. Yeah? He's all about finesse and moving forward. So this referee, in my opinion, only my opinion, is like a lot of those South American and Central American referees that love to look for something so they can race out and pull a card. And ask yourself one question. When do you see this style referee race out there with a red card for any of the other teams we've played? When do you see them race to go? Because they love the moment. But when do you ever see a referee in CONCACAF race to card a Central American team or a South American team when we play them? Because you don't. And the way he got that one out quick, jeepers, creepers, he didn't even leave himself time to think. Talk about knee-jerk decision. Knee-jerk of the season, that one. Didn't even time to think. Why are they not reviewing that? Why do they not review that? I'm just saying. It's a full international game. It's not Sunday League. It's not kids soccer. But we got a kids soccer referee refereeing a full international match. Absolutely hilarious. Ecuador will love it. Coming into the second half, I'm going to do one thing. I'm not coming back like this. I'll be coming back different. I'll be probably bringing us a bit of luck so we can get some luck. And if I was an oil can, I'd go and put a blue referee shirt on and start acting like an oil can, like guy on the field there. I could do that. But I'm going to come back with another jacket on in the second half just to try and change the flow to get us some mojo, some little spiritual help. But if you saw that, honestly, were you impressed with that referee in the first half? You shouldn't be having so much time on a referee, but all too often in Canada, it's the referee that ruins the match. And again, looking back at the challenge from Ali Ahmed, yeah, the foot was high up here. The foot was here, not up here. When the foot goes above your head, then it's illegal. When the foot goes to here, it's illegal. From here down, it's legal. The foot angle and raise was legal. When we looked side by side, you can see airspace between the two. Yeah. Ali Ahmed's foot grazes this side here. And Buddy Boy's holding over here. You saw it. I saw it. But again, getting a little bit tired of this. If this was a World Cup match with a World Cup referee from anywhere around the world, I will guarantee you this, that would not have happened. You know why? They go straight to the VAR. They would take about at least maybe 4 to 5 hours, because it seems to take forever, maybe a couple of minutes, but it seems like 5 or 6 hours, yeah, because the game stops. The mojo's dead. The crowd's quiet. The passion ain't building up. Everybody's sitting on their hands or sitting on the fence waiting for some computer game, because that's what football's turning into, waiting for some computer game and a decision to get made so we can find out what's going on. But again, if they reviewed it with a World Cup referee, I'm sure that Ali Ahmed literally does get punished. But it's that. It's definitely a yellow card. It's a yellow card all day long. Yellow card. But it's not red. Not for a complete minute. And that early in the game. That's the talking point of the first half. Moving into the second half, I got to think Canada can be very proud of what they do. Ecuador, they're going to keep moving the ball in and around the box. They're going to try and literally pick the lock. If it's a winner, it's a 1-0 for Ecuador over 90-plus minutes, yeah? But they're going to try and pick the lock. I give Ecuador credit for what they're doing. They're not doing anything wrong. They're playing a great road game. They've had loads of possession, and you can see they're quite happy to channel left and right. They don't literally pick a side. They keep you guessing. One thing they haven't done is come straight on down the middle. I got a feeling if they were to come straight down the middle and have a little slide ball for Enner Valencia to run through on and just pass it past the keeper. That's the simplest way. Right now, you're raining the crosses in Ecuador, and it's really not coming off. Ecuador raining the crosses in, and they're finding great blocks, great heading, defending clearances, booting, clearing, defending clearances. Canada's defense has been on the money. That's the best part about this game. We're testing our defense for 45 minutes against 23 in the world. Looking at it that way, that's not a bad thing to go into. However, second half, it's harder to defend, easier to attack. And when you're defending, you're losing energy by the second. When you're attacking, you seem to be gaining energy and moving into the zone. So second half, we've got to be very aware that Ecuador is still going to come. They're going to play their trade like they did in the first. But I'd look for something different. Maybe a substitution here or there. Maybe some one-on-ones get changed, the one-on-one battles. Therefore, they bring fresh legs, fresh ideas. They have the halftime talk, and they come out with a few different tactics that they didn't bring in the first half that will test us one more time. And again, I'm going to draw back to the point. 45 minutes against Ecuador with a man down, under the gun. We haven't been scored on. If we don't get scored on, this will turn out to be a decent result for Canada. 11 on 11 and a 0-0 would still be a decent result. But this will be even bigger points-wise for Canada because we're a man short. FIFA rankings would expect, with the scenario that's displayed right now, that Ecuador should go on to win 1, possibly 2-0, exercising the rights to get goals a man up on Canada. If they do not, it will show itself in the point system after the match. Absolutely. Going into the chat, guys. Jace Collins, how you doing, buddy? 20% possession is pathetic. It is pathetic. Absolutely. But you know what? When you get the referee ruining the game for you, again, that call was too early. And I know referees have a tough job. They only have a split second to do it. And it's not easy to referee any game. I know that. I know that for a fact. And so do you. And so does everybody else watching. But this referee knee-jerked a bad call, ruined the game from the start. So early, you need to have patience as a referee to be reflective on what just happened and literally work it through your head as quick as you can. You know that. But you've got to come out with a more balanced decision. 2 minutes in is not a red card unless you've literally tried to break the guy's leg. And it wasn't like that. Anyway, got to say it is what it is. 20% is not bad. If you go on the other end and get a goal and win with 20%. There's other teams that play counter-attack style that normally sit between 30-35% possession on a counter-attack, and that's with 11 players on 11. So we're not far off that. But that just shows you, when you go down a man, how much difference that makes to the possession game, because you got 11 slots out there, but you can only cover 10. And the other guys have got 11 slots to cover against your 10. They're always going to be a man up no matter what, whether it's in front of the goal, through midfield, up on the attacking line, on the wings. They're always going to have a man extra. That's why you've got to sit back and limitate your forward forays on goal. Seamus O'Leary, by the way, Seamus, it's good to see you back here again, my friend. The red card really sours the game. Absolutely, 100%, so 100%. It changes it so much. Yes, it does. I guess to be positive, it's good practice to keep up with a quality side down a man. Yeah. It's quite the challenge, but they've done so far Hey, I tell you, I agree with every word you say, Seamus. Fantastic. Jace Collins again. Haven't been able to watch due to work, so I didn't see the call. Hey, money pays the bills, buddy. Money pays the bills. Angus McWhirter. Hi, Jace. How are you doing? Jace says, good. What about you? Angus McWhirter. I think that possession is often overrated. Shots on goal, 1-0 for Canada, and attempts 3-1 for Canada. Yeah, absolutely. But again, Ecuador's been very patient, aren't they? They're passing it around. They're waiting for the chance. Eventually, something's going to squeak and open. When it does, we've got to be ready there to stop it. They will have chances. They will have chances. I know they will. And you know they will too. But we've got to be hanging in there. And we are not just hanging in there right now. Canada is battling and doing bloody good. If we weren't doing as good as we were, we would be literally 1 or 2 goals down. Guaranteed. Right now, we're in the game. I don't think Jesse needs to make any changes whatsoever. Probably Tani Eluseyi, get him out. Jaden Nelson, get him in. That's about it. Don't need to make too many changes whatsoever. Probably Tani Eluseyi, get him out. Jaden Nelson, get him in. That's about it. Don't need to make too many changes. Come 60 to 75 minutes, 3 guys need to come on. 3 guys need to come on. Whoever's got the tightest legs in the middle, they're the first victims to go. And moving forward towards the end, if we are like 80 minutes in and it's still 0-0, we need to pull our forward out, put one more guy in the midfield and lock it up. A great test. Second half, if we can do that, brilliance. Let's see what we can do. Into the chat. Seamus O'Leary, surprisingly, shots on goal, 1-0 for Canada. Absolutely. Angus McWhirter, I'm not bad, Jace. We know you're not bad. Jace, Ecuador isn't a team that scores. They defend. Absolutely. 4 wins, 6 draws in the last 10. Undefeated once, 14 matches ago. Scored 11 goals in them 14. Conceded just 4. They don't score many, but they don't concede many. 4 times they've conceded in 14 matches. 10 clean sheets. If Canada gets a goal in the second half, it won't be a miracle, but it will be big. Absolutely huge. Guys, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. Go fill your coffee cups. We'll be coming back straight away. And when we do, the game will be coming on. But as now, 0-0, Canada 0, Ecuador 0. I tell you, 28 en el mundo, Canada 28 in the world, 0. 23 en el mundo, Ecuador 23 in the world, Ecuador 0-0. It's all open. And if you want it on the chin, Ecuador should be the team to go and take this game and man up. There's no reason why they shouldn't. Can Canada keep them off the board? That's the question. Can Canada keep them off the board? Let's see. Guys, going to take a couple of minutes break here. Going to check the boards, make sure everything's online. And when I come back, you won't be seeing this, so keep looking. Get your coffee cups replenished, get your beer mugs filled up, your gin, your tea, your coffee, or even it's just water or orange juice, whatever it is, get it filled up, get ready for the second half because we're going again. I'm taking a quick break. I'll be right back. Back at your leg. See, I'm looking different. Looking different. Different shirt, different everything. Back into the game. Hopefully this brings us a little bit of luck. Because we do need it. We do need it. Canada now moving down the left side. Lovely. A second half miracle would be lovely. Jesse's nice and calm. And this referee hopefully learns a lesson for the rest of his life. Patience is a virtue. Is a virtue. Canada now. Up against it now. Can they stay with a clean sheet in the game? Ball over the top. Lovely ball down the middle. Well played. Well played. Lovely header by Seeger into the arms of Dane St. Clair. And that's what you need to see. Simple, safe plays by Seeger. Not holding onto the ball. Dane St. Clair's just given us the most diabolical goal kick ever out of the hand. But lucky we get away with it. Ball down the left side now. Now, here we go. Back into the chat because the guys, bring your chats, guys. Bring your chats because remember, you guys make it happen. Curacao has scored again. It's 6-0 Curacao right now. Angus McWhorter got some dark ale on hand. Well done, well done. What kind of dark ale would that be? You're talking maybe a Guinness. Ball down the right side now. Slack little play, but they come off with it now. Ecuador coming down the right wing. Cuts inside, goes into the middle. Gets pushed out of the way. Ricky Larrea's on him all the time. Just fiddling into that slot now. Ricky's back in space, where 2 seconds ago he was not. Jace Collins heated about El Salvador earlier. Tell us more. Ecuador now down the right side, looking to get the cross and easily through there, just getting through Canada's defense. Too easy, far side, open, heads it wide. Well done, Tejon Buchanan, for clearing up the mess going on against 3 men on his own. Probably wins a free kick. Does win the free kick. Well done, Tejon Buchanan. Takes it upon himself to have all that responsibility on his shoulders and brings the ball up the field. Great play, Tejon Buchanan. Eventually, it's someone else to take the kick. Seeger now comes up. Probably going short with this one as he does. Just goes short, gets it back again. Canada moving the ball into the middle. Come on, Miller on the ball. Down to the middle. Lovely play off to the left wing now. Ricky Larrea straight away has 2 guys on. Takes a dive. Referee says free kick. He's looking for the card. Again, this referee, Senor S. Ricky Larrea looking for the card, but referee not interested. Free kick. This is a time where Canada need to use it. No training ground trying to theme here. Just put the ball in. They're stuck here now with the free kick. We need a big ball right on the center spot. Center spot on the edge of the 6-yard area far side is where this ball needs to go. It's on target, bit too hard. Easy collection. Galindith brings it down. Excuse me. Again, Ecuador just nice and easy, passing the ball around, looking for that one place. They're not rushing the move, but they're taking all night to get to that move. Okay, get your Jace Collins. Just want to see El Salvador in the World Cup. I don't think they have a chance now, unfortunately. Yeah, 48-team World Cup. Maybe another time. Again, Ecuador trying to get the ball going, but Canada intercept coming down the left side now. Ricky Lorraine needs to go with full speed, go with pace, go around that man, cuts inside. He's doing very well. And not the ball that was expected, but we keep possession. STEVIE'S on the left wing, passes all the way back. Waterman takes a touch, going over to Kamal Miller just on the center spot right now. Very, very hard pass over to Seager, and that's simply because it was too hard. Kamal Miller waited too long. He was closed down, had to panic, passes the ball away, and Seager can't pick up that ball as it comes zipping in too quickly. Ball now on the right wing, just over halfway, just coming back inside their own half. Ecuador. Man down on the sideline. Larrea having a word with the referee. Jesse March protesting again, as he should do. He needs to stay on it. He needs to stay on it. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Well done, Jesse Marsh. I've got to say, congratulate your coach, Canada. Congratulate your coach. The way he's standing up right now and the way he stood up the last couple of minutes sends a message. Well done, Jesse. The only thing is I don't want to see from Jesse is bad behavior, but what he just did there was fantastic. He stood up for the nation against an absolute diabolical referee and saved Canada getting sucked in to the gamesmanship. Well done, Jesse Marsh. Racine, Wisconsin native, the American, coaching the Canadian team, acted brilliantly there, kept his resolve, showed some fire, just enough, but got that referee to get this game back in game. He's not letting this referee off the hook, people, I'm telling you now. And that ref is not even watching the match. He's too busy looking at stuff going on around him. Can you not see the theatrics that this little man likes to endure and get into the game? He's all theatre, man. He's all theatre. Shouldn't be a referee. He's too interested in other things going on around him. Watch the ball, ref. Canada coming down the left wing now. Great fight there. Jonathan David, absolutely moments of the game for him. Up until now, he's been non-existent. Canada on the edge of Ecuador's box. Ball over the top. Can he make it? He'll get there. What can he do now? Tejan Buchanan now. One-on-one with Hincapi. Brings Hincapi running on the long side. Takes him for a wander. Keeps Hincapi out of position. Free kick must be coming up. As it is. Where's the card, ref? Where's the card? Where's the card, ref? Where's the card, ref? The card doesn't come. And the referee's name is Bias, Mr. Bias. The guy is looking at one set of collars. His name is Bias, Mr. Bias. The guy is looking at one set of collars here. They're trying to suck Canada into a bit of a brawl fest here, but I tell you what, discipline is great by the Reds tonight. Keeping the cool, just playing the game. I'm not saying Canada hasn't fouled any of the Ecuador players. Oh, my God, I think I'm going to die of shock. He's giving Tejon Buchanan a yellow card. Yeah, it makes you laugh. And Hincapi's getting a yellow card as well. It's ridiculous that they both get the cards. This referee completely has lost the plot. He's lost the plot, guys. I respect referees, you know I do, but this is an atrocious performance. Absolutely atrocious performance. These guys, Hincapi and Tejon, they're chippy, and that's fine. They're pushing, that's fine. There's still no yellow card there. That's all good there. I don't see a yellow card. It's handbags at 6 o'clock. The girls were having a little bit of a funny fight. Hey, it happens, but it wasn't anything above the law. Let them get on with it. Let them play it. Shouldn't be yellow cards. Free kick. And why have you burned 3 minutes on the clock, ref? It should have been just that free kick 3 minutes ago. A level-headed referee would have just got rid of all the traffic and said, build the wall, free kick, bam, let's go. Free kick coming in, 3 minutes late, into the arms of Kalinith. Nice capture. Nice capture. Ball sent all the way down the field. Beautiful ball. I tell you what now, here's a man one-on-one going on the outside. Can he get on the outside? No, he can't, because Chippy Ricky is just too strong. Well done, Chippy Ricky. And Zamora tries to get there. He's getting some love right now. And that's what you need. Big defensive plays. Well done, Chippy Ricky. You know I love Chippy. He's my lad. He's my lad. I love Chippy. Go number 22. Yes, please. Like I say, Zamora couldn't get anywhere close. Chippy fights for this country. Richie Larea, if you want his real name. I call him Chippy Ricky. You know I do. Chippy Ricky fights for this country like I want everybody to. You represent Canada. You do it with this ticker inside your chest and in the head every second that the clock ticks. Done. Ball going out. Ollie was saying he needs changing up. Bring in Jaden Nelson. Bring in Jaden Nelson. Come on, 60 minutes in. We've got to see some changes here. I'm starting to get alive here. You know why I'm getting alive and I'm not so worried anymore? Is because we've done well for 60 minutes. We can be proud of the performance, Canada. For 60 minutes, literally a man down most all the game. Excuse me. So for what it's worth, we're doing damn good. Dane St. Clair comes, gets... Lovely. I chip the keeper, but you can't get on the ball. Canada hustling, trying to get on it. Ball in midfield. Goes to the left side. There's a big tackle coming up. Well intercepted. Well read the play. Goes down the right wing. Pushes the ball down the road. Tejon Buchanan twists, turns, goes past one. Goes past two, but loses the ball. Unlucky. Ecuador coming back the opposite way. In possession now. Down on the right wing. Zamora flicks and tricks and shoots the ball out. And that should be a Canada ball. It's not. It's a Ecuadorian throw right now. But I tell you what, Tejon Buchanan tricked and twisted himself out of the ball. But had he taken it with him, it could have got interesting. Interesting moments. Coming up to 60 minutes. Rodriguez doesn't want to say anything nice to Seager. In fact, Rodriguez is not happy with Seager. Now, this game has become chippy. It's got an edge to it. This game never needed to have an edge to it. That edge is because of that referee. He's made this game get edgy by unbalancing a wonderful stage. Ball over the top, onside, well cleared again. Ecuador picking up the scraps, go down the left side. Does he get the cross in? Looking for the cross. Cross comes in, well read. Kone doing the dirty work, watching the passing lanes, and clears that cross in for a throw. Hopefully the second half jacket is going to bring us some luck. Referee should be blowing the whistle. Doesn't blow the whistle. Is he going to blow it now? He shouldn't blow it. And hey, I tell you what, Canada's going down the right side. Ricky Larea, come on, Chippy, son. Come on, Chippy. Keep going, son. Put a nice ball in there. Get on the end of it. Well played, Chippy Ricky. Well played, Chippy Ricky. Hands up to Chippy. Seriously, hands up to Chippy. He's playing a game. He's playing a game right now. Yeah, breathing heavy, whew, as he just did. But I tell you, big up for Chippy Ricky. Absolutely brilliant. That's the effort we need. And as the ball's out, well, everybody's taking a breath, getting some oxygen in them lungs. Yes. Angus McWhirter, hold on. Angus McWhirter, the largest blower is 149. Madagascar League, the losing team scored against themselves as a protest. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Curacao has one red card for MR bias. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's one for Mr. Bias. Senor Bias. I called him a few words in the first half, guys, that I don't ever use on this channel. Never. Ball coming in. Long throw. On the edge of the box. Well defended. Repelled one more time by Ecuador. Big up and under. Coming down to the left wing now. Headed. Coming in. Who's going to chase down the scraps? On the edge of the box. Tejon Buchanan now. In the corner. Has the ball. Two Ecuadorians around him. Should be an Ecuadorian throw, but no. It's given to Canada. I'm sure the last person that touched that was Tejon Buchanan. Colombia 20. Hello to you, my friend. What does the Dale Barnes, former commissioner of Canadian Soccer League, what does he think of the CPL? Interesting question. Interesting question. Yeah, that is a damn interesting question. Yeah. What does he think of the Canadian Soccer League? What does he think of the CPL? I think he'd be quite interested to see where it started from and where it's come to. I think he'd be quite impressed how it's grown. The league itself and the play itself is very, very, very positive, and I think it's on the up and up. And being close to Vancouver FC, Forge FC on the inside, say, and with Calgary FC in the past, I've seen the growth in the league, and I've seen the product grow. The player quality is better. The way it's delivered on TV is getting better all the time. Yada yada yada. One Soccer for me are the leaders. It was a stupid play to be out in the snow with the desk the other day. I said it was a stupid play. When they do something wrong, I'll put it out there. But One Soccer does a lot of great things for this country as far as football, and the government needs to be held accountable to start funding soccer heavier and put money into soccer stations, because they put money into that shit CBC. Ball coming in. That's a nice ball. Get on the end of that one. Anybody on the end of that goes out wide should be a goal kick. Where's the hand play? There was a call for handball in there. So if we can throw $1 billion away at that CBC, the Communist Broadcasting Company, you can spare a few coppers for soccer, can't you not? Oh yeah, this is not CV, peeps. Ball on the edge. I tell you. Corner for sure, but I want to go and have a look at that picture later. Corner coming up now. Jesse Marsh, 63 minutes in. When are you going to bring the substitutions? Eventually, people are going to get tired. You're going to have to start thinking about bringing people in. It's going to have to happen. Ball coming in. Great ball. Far post. Keeper gets a touch. It's going wide. It's going to be another corner. No, kept in play. Well kept in play. Hincapie doing fantastically to keep that ball alive for Ecuador. Ecuador now tic-tac-toe going back into their own box. Making life trouble, making life hard. On the ball, coming to the left side now, moving the ball, funneling up to halfway. Switches the play, going back to the left side now. Interesting. Trying to rock the cradle, keeping Canada a guessing of where the play's going to come. Left side now, tic-tac-toeing, lovely play. Great tackle there. Carmel Miller, great tackle again. Bit of a down. Someone's taking a fall. Referee makes a call. Joel Waterman's having a laugh at the referee, thinking, hey, buddy, you shouldn't be at this level. Kids soccer, get off this pitch. You're making a lot of weird calls. Into the chats. Jesse Marsh, Chase Collins. Jesse Marsh definitely gets the most out of his players in CONCACAF. Oh, yes. Yep. That's the one thing. Different style of play, different tactics. It was interesting to get used to Jesse when he first came up. But I tell you what, Canada's got to play on the front foot. Otherwise, they won't be anybody in the world. You've got to play on the front foot in this Canadian team to do better. But yeah, Jesse Marsh, fantastic. 25 matches in. This is number 26. He's got 11 wins so far. He's not doing bad. Free kick coming in. Lovely ball. Danger. Oh, I tell you. Miss of the century. Miss of the century. Pacho, what are you doing? Wow, take a look at this, guys and girls. Miss of the century. Miss of the century. Right in front of goal. What a miss. Glaring miss. How can you miss? Miss of the century, Pacho. Horrible. Wow, that should be 1-0. That should be game right there. It should be done. Now, when you see that happening, you're asking yourself, how is he going to get in front of me? We've been on the pitch the same amount of time. Maybe somebody's legs are getting long. Maybe Jesse needs to bring them calls right now. 3 subs, now, before 70. Got to happen. You don't want to take a goal right now because you didn't bring the subs. You're starting to get lazy with the subs. No, you got to bring your subs. Be brave. Bring the subs early. It's tic-tac-toe madness up front right now for Canada on the edge of the box. Canada in possession, but the pace really has upped. And I tell you, that's great for Canada because you know Ecuador can play fast soccer and play it skillfully and bloody well. Well, this will be a great test for Canada. No free kick. This will be a great test for Canada, playing fast soccer against Ecuador, who can do it all night long. You're playing a big team. Like, let's face it, looking at Ecuador, they haven't shaked, they haven't crumbled, they haven't stumbled. Everything's been a little bit, if you want a word, when you're painting a big team, they look a little bit boring because nothing seems to impact them. And then all of a sudden, boom, a big team, they look a little bit boring because nothing seems to impact them. And then all of a sudden, boom, they spring to action. It's one moment of excellence, quality, and it's coming late in the game. We know they're a high-quality team. Ball in out, tic-tac-toe on the edge of the box. Terrible. Wow. Again, Rodriguez. Read the play. He reads the play, but he doesn't go all the way. He doesn't go all the way. Watch this ball through. He's in there, but doesn't go all the way. He needs to be sticking that leg out there. Get something, even if it's a toenail on that ball, you might push it past Dane St. Clair. Again, though, casually on the goal line, Dane St. Clair makes a nice stop. Cool nerves. Game's heating up. 23 minutes to go. We might be in the best phase of the match right now, guys. I'm telling you straight. It's been a battle of attrition for Canada all the way. But for Ecuador, they could have changed their own fortunes had they have gone full blitz all the way. They chose to trade punches like 2 heavyweights in the 15th round getting ready. They just traded punches all the way through to the end. Will they rue not taking control of the match? Or did they just come here for a nice, easy time before they get to the next game? Things to think about. Canada, though, need to get the legs pumping. People need to be running, jogging around, not walking. You don't want to sleepwalk to a 1-0 defeat after working your asses off for nearly 70 minutes. Keep your legs moving, keeping the game on your toes. Ecuador coming down the left wing, imposing themselves quite nicely, thank you. Throw-in coming up, should be for Canada. Goes to Ecuador. Jesse, where are the substitutions, my friend? Seeger's game's upped as well. Ever since he had that nightmare in front of the goal, he seemed to be a bit of a more safe player. But again, sometimes he dwells on the ball. Ecuador now coming back with the ball just inside their own half. On the back line, 25 feet inside their own half, literally at walking pace. Coming up to halfway now. Holds the ball, takes a look. He who has his foot on the ball owns the match. 21 players are at your mercy. What do you do with the ball when you have the ball? Ball now, still just at halfway. Jonathan David tries to harry, doesn't get there. Very compact. Very interfeet, very short, making the ball do the work. Ecuador playing a very clever game, not using any energy, making the ball do the work. Ball inside, plays the tic-tac-toe, gets it into the inside. Coming out for the throw? No, sir. Okay, stays in, going down the wing. Again, Ecuador now. Getting back in possession. Canada going into a shell, rocking the boat left and right, keeping up with the plays and reading the plays very well there. Nicely played there. Seeger holding the ball, wins the throw-in. That should be, in my opinion, a Canada throw. Hence, Hincapi picks up. It's a Canadian throw. No, it's not. He says it's an Ecuadorian throw. The ball's in play, and it comes all the way back to the halfway line, literally close to the halfway spot, over to the right side now, down to the right wing. Canada's pressing up high as a unit, but not the final press into the final third. Again, very disciplined defense by Canada right now. Back into the chat. I'm going to get some of your magic here, guys. Keep on it as they go down the right wing. If anything happens, you're certainly going to hear it. Into the chat, Angus McWhirter, I saw a reaction by Bangzo about the CPL match. He was horrified that it was played. Well done. I tell you what, FIFA would never have sanctioned that match. When it was cleaned at the end, they'd have sanctioned that match to play. But as it was, they'd have never sanctioned it. It was like a schoolyard kick around. And for a CPL, yeah, someone's head needed to roll for that. Absolutely needs to roll for that. You can't dance away and skip away and smile away that. That's the biggest black eye you'll ever have in football. If you can't host a football match, and especially a final event, and keep the game going where the lines are visible, you know, where the ball is not locking up because the snow's freezing, as the snow is getting colder later in the night, as I said it bloody would, and it did. You know, to me, that match there, it just showed a lack of knowledge and a lack of preparedness. Anyway, it was just horrific. Stevie Eustachio now on the left wing, goes down the left wing, fighting all the way, ball still in there, fighting all the way, still gets the ball. I don't know why the referee's calling anything there. Let him play. Let him play. Eustachio really sort of offering a bit there, but I tell you what, Eustachio really sort of offering a bit there, but I tell you what, might have pulled something. Took a knock, and I think he's got a calf lock on. If his calf locks up, believe you me, you can walk on it, but you won't have no mobility. It's like literally having a piece of concrete in your sock for half a leg. Okay, he's looking okay right now. He's looking okay right now. Looking at the chat. But yeah, he was horrified that that match was played. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was having nightmares watching the snow come down at the start, seeing the snow land, and them having no snow clearing vehicles available. And when they brought that pickup truck out, Ricky Lorraine out into the box, Crossy takes, oh, I tell you what, take that shot, son, take that shot. Good on you. You get in that position to take that shot. But when I saw the size of the snow clearing vehicles or the capacity that they had, you got one little side by side with a tiny little blade that's good enough for your backyard of maybe a residential home. And then they had that one pickup truck. I was like, oh, my life, they're going to take a bloody eternity to clean that pitch. And that just killed me there. I could see the future, but they couldn't. Ball on the edge of the box now. Inside now. Does he get the return? No, he doesn't. Ecuador coming away with the ball on the edge of their box. Nice interception. Is going to be a free kick there. And I'm thinking the referee would love to be picking out another red card. But Waterman's been steel tonight. He's been stoic. Joel Waterman's been brilliant tonight. I'm thinking the referee would love to pull out another red. You can imagine he's having an absolute puppy right now that he can't pull out a red. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yes, it is. I'm having a laugh. Ecuador now down the right side. Ball coming in, long ball, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Nice header, I tell you, I tell you, I tell you. That was a golden opportunity. That should have been goal number 49 for Enner Valencia. Wow. Beautiful crossing. Could have been offside, but the header he got right, but not enough contact. He doesn't get enough contact on that. Unlucky, but I tell you, great chance by Ecuador. Should be 1-0, should be 2. I tell you what, chances in the second half, Ecuador, and chances in the first half, Ecuador should be winning this match. There's no reason why they should not be winning this match. Canada's played a brilliant defensive game, but I mean, there's only a certain amount you can do. When you've got the man in front of the goal, whether it be a header, tap-in, blitz shot, or a cross going in, when the guy pulls the trigger, he's pulling the trigger. No one's there because he's pulling the trigger. They got past you. What am I saying? Ecuador's got past Canada enough times tonight to have easily, comfortably won this match. And you got to say, Rodriguez, Pacho, and Valencia, they've all had big chances. So let's not ride our luck. 15 minutes to go. We need some new blood in the team. We're getting stretched, Jesse. We're getting stretched. I can feel the goal coming. If you don't change things. 0-0 so far, 75 minutes in. It's a bit of a thriller if you're a Canadian fan. Can we last? Can we hold out? The big red wall. Ecuador fighting for something, not getting anything. Free kick coming up. Kamal Miller hits the ground, takes a couple of minutes. But again, Ecuador had some chances tonight, haven't taken them. And you can't exactly say that Dane St. Clair has been an absolute wizard in the goal, per se, like you've seen Maxime Croupeau on nights. Dane St. Clair's done a lot of decent collections as the ball's been reined in. A couple of crosses he's got onto, punched a few too. But he hasn't had crazy amount to do, right? Is what I'm saying. Something else to think about. Changes coming up now. 15-minute marker. Ecuador making changes. Will Canada make changes? People's Knights have run their races. Back into the chase. Jace Collins. Let's talk about MLS. To me, MLS is a unique A-League that is not like the Prem. I love the MLS. I tell you what, MLS primes the American national team as an international football giant because there's 16 in the world, right? But it's the MLS that keeps that national team where it is. And the MLS, to me, is the secret of success when you talk about the draft, what the draft does for you. And it doesn't allow clubs to be crippled financially overnight like they do in Europe, yeah? In Europe, so many clubs get literally folded financially and rebought and folded, rebought. It's sad to see that, but that's part of history as it's done in Europe and other parts of the world. MLS, you get the draft for the players. Your stadium size has to be a certain size, can't be a certain size. So it keeps everybody in the same ballpark, and it's brilliant. And it breeds longevity. Ball dangerously into the box now. Can Ecuador get on the edge of it? On the edge of the box, tic-tac-toeing, trying to get in. Do get through now. Big tackle coming up. Ball in the danger zone. Canada give away a corner. Referee says no. Goal kick. Hincapie's like, how can it be a goal kick? And Kamal Miller, another stout performance. So MLS, I'm a big fan of it. And I tell you, that ball was not out. That ball was not out. That is ridiculous. I believe. I agree with Hincapie. Ball was totally in. What's the referee calling? And how can the referee call that? Subs coming up, 78 minutes. Well, say what you like. Tani's coming out. His race has run on 78 and good running. Hoylett, Saliba, and Osorio coming in. Tejon Buchanan's going out, saving him for the next match against Venezuela. So give Tejon a hand. And as far as player of the match for Canada, who's your player of the match? Got to talk about that too. So Tejon a hand. And as far as player of the match for Canada, who's your player of the match? Got to talk about that too. Talking into the chat, MLS is very fast-paced and physical. It doesn't really match up with a lot of leagues. I kind of see comparison with League One. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Jace Collins. Angus McWhirter, the match reduced everybody's skill set. Not good way of determining championship. Okay, sorry. Do you think the style of play of the CPL is like Scottish Premier League and the MLS is like EPL? Columbia 20, that's his. Columbia 20 says, do I think that the CPL is like the Scottish Premier League? Yeah, I do. Yeah, you can see similarities, the way the ball's played around at the pace. You can, absolutely. MLS, Similar to Premier League, but the pace of the Premier League is just electric, isn't it? I mean, that pace and that electric touch by all the players is just second to none. That's why it is. But I love the MLS for the way it's literally made the American national team become a proper event wherever they go. You've literally got your own league where you can blood your own national players in a domestic league, and you pick the best of your own national domestic league. It's fantastic. It really is. Like I say, financially, with the draft and the player draft and the way you have to come in with your stadium size, 20,000 plus and etc., I think it's the blueprint for success. Europe, it's all about money. If you don't have money, you're going nowhere. And the proof of that, you look at Wrexham. Wrexham with the big influx of cash, jumping up 3 divisions in 3 years. That's money, baby. That's money. That's business. That's Rob and Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, great business people. But they've taken Wrexham to a height, and they're now looking to get in the Premier League. I think they need to wait a couple of years. And if you want to watch a Wrexham match as I commentate it, come in there, because with Wrexham, it's different level. Really is different level. It is. It's a crazy hockey night, or a crazy football night, or a crazy WWE night, or whatever sport it is, but it's a crazy night when Wrexham's playing. It goes really wild. 10 minutes to go. 3 subs in. Julian Hoylett, the elder statesman. And give a hand to Steve Eustachio. He stood up tonight and he's played a good game. As Ricky Larrea. And if you noted there, Ecuadorian players picking up the ball for Ricky Larrea and throwing it to him. They want to win this game. They don't want to draw 0-0. I'll give it to you straight, right on the chin, peeps. If you've been 11 on 10 for 80-odd minutes and you haven't even scored a goal, that's a black eye, number one. But if you draw against a team that's got less players, that's a massive black eye. It's an embarrassment. So 2 big embarrassments on the night. The referee's been an embarrassment all night long because of the red card, and he's really refereed like an embarrassment because he hasn't been true to the game. Ecuador are being embarrassed now if they don't score, because they should be winning this game. Let's not punch light. Punches are being pulled here. No, they're not. No punches are being pulled. Ecuador should be winning this one 2-0 at least. The chances they've had, they should be winning against us 2-0. Guaranteed. Coming down the right side, puts the cross in. Beautiful cross. Do they get on the end of it? Runs it out of play. Another bad touch. Another opportunity gone a begging by Ecuador. And Becaseye, the coach, looking for ways to still win this match. But again, defending has been absolutely top draw. Great tackle by Steven Eustachio there. But the final touch, unusually by a South American player. Normally the touch is much better. But on the time that Mercado comes into the box, he just can't find that lovely touch. Kamal Milano heads away. Lovely bit of skill there. Bassong tic-tac-toes himself around. Moves the ball down the left side. Up to the right side, Osorio now. Osorio's an interesting pick. I don't know if I'd have brought Osorio on, but that's an interesting choice. What does he offer? Yes, when you get on the ball, he can hold the ball, pass the ball, make something happen. Decent with a free kick situation. Got the experience to help you marshal the game to the final 90 minutes plus added time. So experience on the ball, the touch, and a little bit of calmness. He's seen this all before. He can give you quite a lot, is what I'm saying. Bassong, a lot more speed, a little bit cheeky, likely to go on the attack rather than stay at home. And Junior Hoylett, an absolute elder statesman of Canadian football, number 10, just in the inset right now, on the left side of the field, up front for Canada. Junior Hoylett, elder statesman, been a fantastic servant for Canada. He's had a great career, especially in the UK. But now the test is, can we keep this clean? Nice chest down by Ricky Larrea. Such intelligent play by Ricky Larrea. Is Ricky Larrea perhaps your player of the night tonight? Dane St. Clair picks up the ball. Back into the chat. The match reduced everybody's skill set. Not a good way of determining in a championship. Yep, that's you talking. Yep. Jace Collins, the match playing has been huge for publicity, at least, though. Surely plays a factor with the Puskás Katenda goal. And that's a different topic they're talking about, guys. Goal number 20, MLS is at the same level as Scandinavian Football League compared to the top 5 leagues in European football. You know, what level is the MLS level 2? Scandinavian football, you could say for sure, yeah. A lot of the Eastern European leagues, it's equal to that too. So those are European leagues as well, yeah? Like your Slavic leagues. Some of the Slavic leagues are probably not to the level of the MLS as well. So take that on the chin. As far as... Here's a great way to break it. If you watch English football, you've got the Premier League. Jonathan David's coming out and Theo Baer's coming on. Jaden Nelson's coming on. 2 speeds. There's 2 guys with goals in them. 2 speeds. I tell you what, Theo Baer's a guy I've been wanting to see for a long time. Theo Baer. You want to be watching Theo Baer, not Tanny. All you will say he's got nothing on Baer. Theo Baer, I'm telling you now, this guy needs time. Why Jesse has not given Theo Baer time before is beyond me. Ricky Larrea's getting the armband. Stevie Estacchio's walking off. He's done a great job. Bravo, Stevie. Giving you a hand, my brother. Giving you a hand. Well done, my son. Ricky Larrea coming on now with the armband. Even more reason to think Richie Larrea is your Canadian man of the match. It's not player here. It's man of the match. It's a man's match. It's a man that gets the award. It's old-time football. Man of the match. Who's it going to be? 5 minutes to go. In comes Theo Blair. And I tell you what, number 14, I tell you what, it's so sad he has not had more time because this guy can do damage. I saw him playing with Motherwell. Last big time, he had some great stuff, and he was just banging goals in for fun, and he was banging in some lovely goals. Dane St. Clair now goes long, down the right side. Basson chasing, gets on to the end of it now. Canada on the break, 3-on-3. Ball coming in, does come in. Really good hands by Galindez. Kills the attack dead. Beautiful goalkeeping, but I tell you what, now we've got some pace down the wing. Then legs should have come in earlier, people. Ball coming down the right side now. Ecuador, 86 minutes in. Looking for something to happen. Pacho Dixtas. Ball comes down the right side. Cross. Comes in. Deflected. Comes loose. Edge of the box. Takes a shot. Terrible shot. Now Theo Baer gets the ball on his own. No one up with him. Controls the ball. Keeps the ball. Passes off. Moves off. Canada stay in possession. Well done, Theo Baer. Big man. Cold into the game. First job he's had to do. Keep Canada in possession. Did it well. Better than USA all match long. Just a point. Bad pass there by Ecuador. Should be a free kick for Canada. Not doing. Ecuador fouling one more time. Hoylett goes down, stays down. Hoylett goes down, stays down. No free kick. Referee's blowing it again. Should have called it. Didn't call it. Hoylett's down. Was a foul. What's the referee looking at? Because the referee's not watching the match. This guy's been oscillating his head like a cuckoo clock, looking all over the place at the worst of times. You watch the referee if you haven't noticed. But as the game's going on, the ball might be in front of him, and he's looking over there. Running, looking over there. The ball's over there. The action's over there. And then he's like, okay. And then he's running over there. I know you got to keep looking. But look when you can. You only need to be looking at the 45 degrees in front of you where the ball is. If something happens behind you, you got 2 lines people and a 4th official. So literally figure out the infractions for you, whether there was something amiss. You don't need to be oscillating like a peacock. He's wearing blue, but he doesn't need to be a complete peacock. The 45-degree angle rule. You look in the 45 degrees and you channel your thoughts and decisions through the 45. 0-0 so far. Can we hang on? Into the chat. The average MLS team is better than most European leagues' average team, not including the top 5. Absolutely agree with that. I totally agree with that. Aquatic. What disgrace. Came away for a stroll. Can't even beat 10 men. Hey, you know, I don't think it was ever going to be easy for either team. I don't know what the referee's calling down there. But anyway, I don't think it was ever going to be easy for either team. But really, we would have done much better throwing lefts and rights if the referee had never sent anybody off. This would have been such a game. And I tell you what, this probably hurt Ecuador because now they had to play a team that's parking the bus. We parked the bus. Let's not be lying about it. We haven't played counter-attack football. We played breakaway football on parking the bus. You can call it a tactical similarity to counter-attacking, but the difference between proper counter-attacking is your team's always moving up and down the field. You're not stuck on your defensive line. We've been stuck as a defensive line all night long. Difference is that. Disgrace not to come away from a stroll. Can't beat 10 men. Surprising. But Bekasese hasn't really got many goals out of this team yet. 11 goals in 15 matches. So that tells you something. Less than 1 goal a match. You've only given away 4 goals in 15. That's perfect. But again, you've had chances, man. You've had chances. Looking back in the game, you really should be 2-0 up on this one, Aquatic. I shouldn't say you should be upset. I said your statement really should be that they should, Ecuador, they should be at least 2-0 up. It could still happen. There's still time ticking. 90 minutes are up. Let's see what the added time says to us. But I'll tell you what, 4 minutes of added time. Canada's done a great job so far to stay in this. And again, if this was a World Cup situation, as I said on the head of this, you're playing a big team in Ecuador. So this could be a round of 16 or a quarterfinal match in the World Cups. Yeah, any World Cup. This could be a round of 16 match or a quarterfinal match. You're 10 men down in a World Cup final. You know that you can't really waste your time upfield all night long, running, trying to get a goal. So you've got to defend it. You're really, in this situation, trying to take it to extra time if it's a World Cup match. And then after that, you've got 30 minutes extra time. Then you're going to try and take it into penalty kicks. So this is a really wonderful test against all the odds. We never expected such a hilarious referee at the beginning of things. I mean, Bendejo, the referee. We never, ever thought that we were going to get a referee like this and ruin the game. But, again, take out of this what we can. That's the only thing we can do on the positives is take out of this what we can. Is that it's been a great defensive performance. We should be losing 2-0, maybe more. Dane Sinclair hasn't been tested too much, but what he's done very well. Look for the next game against Venezuela for things to be a lot more cheerful for Canada and for 11 players on the bench. I'll tell you what, FIFA will be having a word about this. Don't kid yourself. There will be a charge report against the referee handed to FIFA after this match about the officializing. Bank yourself on that one. Bank yourself on that one. But here we go. 2:20, 2 minutes 20 to go. Ecuador still looking to get something on the board. It hasn't been a match that was chippy. It was getting chippy and getting a little bit on the edge due to the red card, due to horrendous calls by the referee all night. And eventually the players were just getting too frustrated with not having a nice flowing game of football, game of soccer. That is absolutely a dive. And I'll tell you what, there should be a card handed out for the dive. Ricky Larray gets fouled. Should be a yellow card. Ridiculous that the referee wants to pull out yellow cards on Ecuador now. Yeah, Mercado gets the yellow card, but too little, too late. Weak as can be, referee. No integrity. No integrity. That's what I say. But again, 0-0. The result is better for Canada than for Ecuador. Ecuador should be winning this one, should be looking at this one as something that, hey, you know, if we can't beat 10 men for a whole game, there's something wrong. Coach, he will be questioned about this one. Why did he change the system? Why didn't he change the system? They've been going wide all night long. You haven't seen him literally come through the middle and trying to pick the lock in front of the defense. You haven't seen him do it down the middle. And why would you not try it down the middle? This, if it ends as a draw, will feel like a win for Canada, and it'll feel like a loss for Ecuador, although it becomes a draw. But if it becomes a draw, it will feel like the win for Canada, and it will feel like a loss, an embarrassing loss for Ecuador, because they should have won this. And I don't care that you're 23 or 28 in the world. You go a man down, you could be 50 in the world against 20 in the world, and you're expected to win it with the extra man. So again, great result for Canada if this stands. Should be another free kick coming. Ball doesn't go out of play. And another card's coming. Ecuador are having a little bit of a meltdown here. It's Canada now that can have the sarcastic smiles on faces and play the head games. Because believe you me, Ecuador, by not scoring, I've lost this match. And I'll add to it. I'll compound it. The lack of the game, the ball needs to be moved closer to the line, man. Come on, get with it. I'll add to it. The compounding of it was this. We're in the post game. We're in the post game right now. But the compounding of it is this. Should Canada score right now off this free kick, that is the cherry on the cake. Ball in. Repelled one more time. I don't expect much more to come of this. I expect the whistle to go very, very quickly. Ball all the way to Dane St. Clair. All the way back over the line. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A great game at the end of it in the build-up. But it was shocking to see what happened after only a couple of minutes, where Ali Ahmed was sent off. So sad for little Ali because sent off. So sad for little Ali because it's such a great little player and such fun to watch. But we weren't able to see his skills or his thrills at all tonight. But I'll say this. Beccasaye, the coach from Ecuador, gets the draw on the road. On the face of it, a great result. On the face of it, when somebody gets sent off and you're 11 men on 10 for nearly 90 minutes, and when you consider there were 4 minutes of added time, that's why I say nearly 90 minutes. You have to come away with a win. You came away with the draw. That really is a bit of a black eye if you don't want to call it an embarrassment. But it definitely is a black eye. You get a draw where you certainly should have won at least by 1, maybe 2, but you should have scored. Gilt-edged chances by Pacho Rodriguez and the great Ena Valencia, especially the header that drifted wide. 3 great chances and more chances upon that too. I count 7 to 8 possible half chances, even tap-ins that should have been over the line that didn't quite get there. 4 wins, 7 draws in the last 11 for Ecuador. They don't score many goals. 11 scored in 15 matches, only 4 conceded. You've heard it a couple of times. But those numbers really epitomize what went down tonight. And as for that red card, as you're watching the replays, I hope you can see that that was the most horrifically bad red card you're ever going to see in your lives. And the referee was so overzealous to rip that red card straight out so early. It was bad taste on the game to see a referee go to that level. Yellow card at most and a stern talking to would have been sufficient. Because off the back of the replay, you know there was a hell of a lot of play acting and no pain. And where I'm clutching, well, hey, I'm clutching here, but the boot went here. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So it could have been a much different outcome. And had the referee had the integrity to have given that yellow card and the stern talking to and not rushed for the red, I think we see a much better game. Off the face of it, Canada have to battle for 90 minutes, nearly 90 minutes, like I say, and they earn a draw that feels like a win. If this were competition, like I say, if this was a competition match at a World Cup, you get red carded and you're in the quarterfinals or the round of 16 of a World Cup and you go to the 90 minutes. Now you're looking at extra time. Can we do extra time and keep them off the board? Bang, you go extra time all the way through. Now you've earned yourself the right to take penalty kicks against the team that you just battled with for 120 minutes with a man less. Great test. If that happens to us in the World Cup, you know that that's a little trick that we've got in the box already. We passed that test. We didn't expect to have that tonight, but that's what we got. And we didn't lose. And that is something of experience. You got to feel sorry for Ali Ahmed. Experience. You got to feel sorry for Ali Ahmed. Really, you got to feel sorry for him. He did not deserve to have that so early. And we missed seeing Ali on the match to see exactly what he was bringing. But again, fantastic performance defensively. Ecuador didn't win it. They will look back and rue on all the chances, especially Pacho Rodriguez and the great Ena Valencia. 103 matches, 48 goals. Remember the tap and he missed. Remember the head he missed. He could have got match goal number 50 tonight. And then, after the World Cup, he can hang the boots up and relax because he's got to 50. And like I said, Ena Valencia, I always said he was hanging around with the national team so he could get goal number 50 and be an absolute great. He's already over 100 matches. He wants that goal number 50. Into the chat as we're going through, as we close down. We're going to close down in about 5 minutes, guys. Panama scores in the 31st minute. I say, Colombia 20. Do you think that Eusebio, oh, there's that name. Do you think Eusebio the best player to ever play in? I really can't. Eusebio should have won the World Cup in 1966, feels that he was cheated from it. So does Portugal. He was an amazing player. Huge stature of a man, massive shot, bullet header, strong as an ox, had some good pace, couldn't knock him off the ball, wizardry with skill. He could think 4 or 5 moves ahead of anybody on the field, like he was in a field of his own. Legend. Yeah, I'd say yes, absolutely. Back into the chat. Seamus O'Leary, great result. Got to agree, man. That's totally a great result. Considering what we went through over those 90 plus 4 minutes, that is a top result. Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant result. And Canada should be proud. Absolutely proud as punch. No doubt about it. Yeah. I'll be posting this after, and you'll see your names in the chat on the post game. I'm going to post this up straight away. But yeah, great result. I have to agree, Seamus. 100%. Seamus O'Leary. Again, Colombia, do you think that Japanese national team is the black horse with 7 wins and 1 draw in World Cup qualifying? You are a smart man. Colombia 20. Colombia. Yeah, mi amigo. Suerte. Yeah, I tell you what. Japan, not only do they have the best outfits, they're always looking smart, right? Got to look good, yeah? But Japan always have the best outfits, the loveliest outfits. And as for form, listen, on the day, they can take you out. They need to, just like Canada, hang in the game long enough to build into the game, get comfortable in the game, have a little bit of adversity for them or for the other team, ride through things. But they've got such great skill, low center of balance, quick, wizardry little moves. You can't rule them out. I expect, here's the deal, Japan, next World Cup, I expect to see him in the round of 16. Expect to see him round of 16. What happens from there is golden. Okay, but yeah, I love watching Japan at a World Cup. I get up for their games, and their fans are fantastic. Everybody's fans are fantastic, but everybody's fans are different, right? You know, the World Cup fans, it's just magic. Hey, 7 months to go, 211 days, World Cup coming right here. I'll be at it, and I'll be at the World Cup. Yes, I will. But yeah, Japan. Can't get enough of them. Seamus O'Leary, compare this to red card they got against Guatemala. They were much improved. Absolutely. When we got that red card, I uttered the Guatemala red card. And you know what? The difference is night and day, isn't it? Eh? Had we have had this performance against Guatemala, we would have gone through. This was a great way to answer that. So now you can say the last couple of games, that was the Gold Cup. So in the summer, we're in this year, last couple of matches, we've had 2 red cards. This one, we learned how to play a man down against a much better team, and we did a real good job doing it too. Had breakaways, could have snatched this 1-0. Played better, but we also could have lost it 2-0 too. But yeah, no, totally, mate, totally. That's that is a way to go. We were much better than Guatemala. Jace Collins says, I really, really like the Haiti. Yeah, hey. See what comes of it, man. See what comes of it. You never know. Football is all about 90 minutes, and anything can happen in 90 minutes or plus. Colombia 20, do you think that Canada can do something like Gold FC did in the 1904 Olympics in St. Louis? Would be a lovely thing. Would be a lovely thing, but I think that was in a different time where I'm not downplaying what they did in the Olympics in 1904. No, I'm not. I don't downplay any Olympics. Olympics is the ultimate in the era that you're living. So it's a magnificent tournament. And the Olympics back then were probably more honest than they are now because you didn't have all the technology with it. Yeah. So it was just body, pair of shorts and whatever you had. And they were much different. But do I equate it to it? Can they do something? Look, miracles can happen nowadays, and miracles have always happened. There's always been a team that gets a moment and goes further. I'll give you the scenario. Canada gets out of the group in the World Cup. You take on a big team. I'll just give you it's just a wise situation. Canada gets a big group game. goes out, gets into the round robin. Round of 32, they play England, and they beat them. Okay? That kind of result would give them such confidence that going into the round of 16, people wouldn't want to play you. People would come in against you with a bit of fear because you just took out a big team. So you win that one, you're riding high, say you win another one. Now you're into the quarterfinals. No one wants to play you. You're riding high, and the miracle can build from round to round. And football, like any other competition, just like soccer, round to round, you build the momentum. And it's not always the biggest team that wins it. I'll give you a quick scenario. 2004, I was on TSN on the desk, football. I got a question at me by one of the who did you pick for the tournament? I went, you're kidding me. Play the band. And I got him to replay my pick from the beginning. So sometimes a team comes along that's going to have a miracle and a fairy tale competition. 1904 analogies to what's happening now would be in that scenario, is what I'm saying. But it wouldn't be impossible. Hey, fella, how you doing? We had a great game. It was 0-0. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. But we had 0-0. You go that way, buddy. Thank you very much. That's Cabby. He's our Cabby football cap. There you go, buddy. So back into it. Jace Collins, 1-0 for Haiti right before the halftime. Lovely. Nice one. Nice one. I apologize. Second due to goal differential. No problem, mate. No problem. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Yeah, stay there. Angus McWhirter, it would be amazing if Haiti go to the World Cup, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Especially since they are the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I hate to see people poor. I hate to see poor countries. Why can't all governments get it together to feed the world, man? Really, I'm not a hippie, but there's enough wealth in the world. Why can't they feed the world? Nobody should be hungry, and nobody should be in a poor state of affairs. Nobody. I don't believe that there's enough done for the poverty and the poor of the world. That's what I believe. Jace Collins, poorest country in the world, Western Hemisphere, and constantly in war. Would be nice to see something go their way. Dude, come on. Move your bum. If I blow on his bum, he'll move away. You got your food. There you go. There you go. You found it. He's found his food. It was right under his nose. But yeah, poorest country in the Western Hemisphere and constantly in war. Would be nice to see something go their way. Absolutely. Absolutely. It would be lovely. And Canada played Haiti not so long ago. Angus McWhirter at Francis Field in St. Louis is where the 1904 Olympics took place, home of Washington University and the first forward pass in American football. Hey, how about that for some lovely history? Angus, way to go, mate. Colombia 20. Why does Netherlands has not won a World Cup? The last time they won anything was 1988 in the Euros. Holland, Cloggy land, cheese people. I love them. I love them, and I love their football. My first World Cup that I could really visualize was the 1974 World Cup in Deutschland, Germany. The final was Deutschland and the Netherlands, Holland. Johan Cruyff was the big man, Neeskens, Van der Eykens, all of them. I could still remember the bloody names. And then 78, 4 years later, they lost that final 2-1 to Deutschland. 4 years later, they play Argentina in Argentina. Yeah. Yeah. And they lose that one 3-1 to Argentina. Yeah. And then the last one, they lose 1-0 to Spain. In all the finals, they never did themselves proper justice. If they'd have gone for the throat and been ruthless as they were in the knockout rounds, they would have easily won one of the three. Clearly the most unluckiest team, but one of the most loveliest football nations to watch because they play such wonderful football and have such talent all across the field. But I say they are the unluckiest football nation on the planet where it comes to World Cups. But hey, maybe this time around they get closer. Spain's the big guys for me this time around. Holland could do so. England are due to fail again, as they always do. So it's going to be an interesting World Cup. Le France, Les Bleus, they're going to go close. And Argentina, let's see what they can do too. But yeah. Holland. There you go. That's my take. Jace Collins, Netherlands are one of the best or the best of the rest teams, nothing much more. Hey, I tell you what, good way to put it. D. Jackson, how you doing? How's the game going? Done, mate. It's 0-0, done and dusted. A battle of attrition. Canada went down a man after 4 minutes. Ali Ahmed sent off by a voracious referee. Should have been sent off. Yellow card, big talking to. For the rest of the game, Ecuador dominated. should have won it 2-0, cutting this short and dried, didn't get it in the back of the net. And Canada coming out with a 0-0 draw against Ecuador, 23rd in the world, Canada 28 in the world. This feels like a win for Canada and a loss for Ecuador. Ecuador should clearly have won it on the spate of chances and the clear-cut chances, and literally one-on-one with the keeper. Should have been an easy 2-0 for Ecuador, and it wasn't. That's my match analysis in 30 seconds, fella. D. Jackson, that's for you. Jace Collins, loved watching Rael hoop. I believe they called in CCC last year. Some real quality on that team. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Angus McWhirter, the Netherlands are often dark horses. Definitely the dark horse for this. Absolutely. I put them in there. They've got the quality to do it. It's just, have they got the discipline to stay together? Because the thing is with Holland, it's the infighting. They normally fight within themselves and they kill it themselves from within. Something about them. I don't know what it is, the mentality. But the infighting, that was one of the things that really let them down over the years. Hopefully they keep it together. Hopefully they can get closer. But yeah. Cabby, what do you think? Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, but dark horses, often the dark horses. Colombia 20. What do you think happened to Johan Cruyff, 78, because he didn't play for Holland? Politics. Purely politics. It was all politics and finances. But after 1974, that team was never the same again. Never, ever. Had they have kept that same team together, it would have been too old, in my opinion, to have done the natural and gone on and win it 4 years later. In the match in Argentina, there was only going to be one team to win that. It was literally Holland were on the rack quite a lot of that game. Argentina were literally forcing the issue, had the play, had the momentum. They had the home fanatical crowd, yeah. It was just one of those days where Holland was never going to turn up. But for Cruyffy, a lot of things went wrong quickly for him. And I don't think it's anything to do with him and his personality. I just think how things turned out politically, financially, the way the game was evolving, the way he changes, his expectations at international level, at club level, etc., just didn't work out. And being a proud man, keeping this simple, being a proud man, or you being a proud man, or anybody being a proud person, proud woman, if things don't go your way and you're not happy with what happened and you're really not impressed, when you say no, no normally stays no and you don't come back. So that's pretty much what I think on that one. Looking at it, Angus McWhirter, I had no way to follow football until the 1980s when I listened to matches via BBC World Service on my shortwave radio. Yes. Wow. And leaving you with this as we shut this down on this 0-0 win for Canada over a 0-0 loss for Ecuador, that 1980s story about BBC World Service and on my shortwave radio. Well, here's the deal. When I first moved to Canada in 1993, I came here and I turned on the set being the TV, right? Trying to find football. Couldn't find a single game. So I've got cable. I'm looking through the menu and I enter soccer. And I look 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 and I keep bloody looking. And eventually I found one. And there was one match a week. And it was on Saturday morning. And it was TSN, Graham Leggett. And that was it. And that was your... Listen, football is my religion. So for me, having some of the religion melt down on me, it was Saturday mornings when I had my religious experience with football. Saturday mornings. And that was it. And then TSN went and put another game on in midweek for Champions League. You didn't know who it was going to be. It was just one game. You hadn't got the pick of the litter whereby nowadays you click your little remote there, you pick your little game like there, boom, and then you put it on record if you need to. You can watch it later without knowing the score. It's all so bloody good now, yeah? We had none of that. So going back to listening to BBC World Service for your football match, Angus, yeah, I only had 2 games a week when I got here. Now it's so much better. So much better. Going out now to the chat, and then we'll be leaving you to get this post-game set up. There goes. Colombia 20, do you think that Argentina 87 World Cup, it was 78 World Cup. Colombia 20, do you think that Argentina 78 World Cup was a gift because of dictatorship in Argentina? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. That World Cup was something else. It was very special. It had its own flavor. It had its own trouble on the edge. And don't forget, 4 years later, Argentina would be at war with Britain for the Malvinas. Yeah, Las Malvinas, the Falkland Islands. So that was only 4 years before that. And it was a dictatorship there. It was very much the military dictatorship at the time. And life there was very different. So, but the World Cup, yeah, it was very different. The crowd, though, the one thing I fell in love with that 1978 Argentinian Copa del Mundo was the ticker tape. The ticker tape raining down from the top deck of the stands, covering everything with paper. I'm sure it was just toilet rolls, but the ticker tape as well, with all the cubes of paper flickering down. That was the first time I'd ever seen that. And to me, it was so spectaculoso. It was absolutely just jaw-dropping to watch it, you know. And that was my real experience in 1978. It was a special World Cup. It really was. And I still remember the theme tune as you came into it, but it was a theme tune that they'd obviously put out themselves, Argentina, and it started off. That's how it started off. It was a really cool song, and yes, 78 was fantastic, and it was worth. Yeah. Have a great one, everybody. Take care, guys. 0-0 for us feels like a win. 0-0 for Ecuador feels like a loss. You've had some great memories and great stories. Thank you to the chat. You always do it. Get in, look at the post game, because I'm going to be posting the chats in the post game so you can see your names in lights. It's been a blast. We got a draw where I thought, you know, eventually Ecuador is going to break down the door. They didn't break down the door, did they? Next up is Venezuela, and that's in 5 days. So get back here, and hopefully we don't have a bloody red card. We have some more fun, and we have smiley face activities instead of getting pissed off at a guy in blue that didn't know what to do other than wreck your entertainment. Get back here, October 18. We'll do it again, and we'll have a blast. And thank you, everybody in there. Yes, you. Thank you, everybody over there. The chat masters. Yes, you. Thank you very much. It's been a blast. Let's go. Let's go. Next match. Cheers.